Yeah, have a look at my stream for a second.
Okay. How do I do this? Click here. I see your
By the way,
camera.
what's the command? 2K, I need you to DM me what the command is again because I didn't have a chance to add it, but I've got Stream Elements open, ready for that.
I see your camera. Am I looking at your camera or what am I looking at?
You should be seeing a wheel on stream.
Oh, on stream! I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I get you. Hold on, let me pop that open. A wheel! This is gonna be really wild.
It's wildly wild. It's the Wheel of Wartune.
Dr. World Health Organization.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
It's my favorite. The Mr. Wow, okay. Let me have a look.
I came back to you guys talking about the Wheel of Wartune.
I know, Malachi, we're like 2 minutes in, I'm already, like, I'm done.
I
Been a good
honestly,
It's been a good one, guys.
Oh, okay.
So this is a Wheel of Punishment.
Right, okay.
And it has a load of fun stuff. So in the middle is my Twitch profile picture. So you know it's about me.
Okay.
That's literally what it was.
What does that say? Do double hot sauce. Oh, okay.
Right, yeah, so I have 2 bottles of hot sauce and an egg cup.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's spin the wheel!
And donations equal spinning of wheels and hot sauces.
Oh,
so...
donations equals spin the wheel.
Yeah, I'm just going to spin the wheel for the fun of it.
Why not? Let's start off with the wheel spin.
Yeah, why not? Why not? You know what? Every 6 hours, spin the wheel.
Yeah, every 6 hours I'll spin the wheel as a freebie, yeah.
Alright, starting now.
Yeah, but,
Now
I was
can be
gonna
the-
say, don't take the coward way out.
This is the 0th count, so we're gonna start off, you know? This is the first one, and then at 6 hours we have another one.
Okay, but if any of the single ones come up, oh man, if the single ones come up, that's going to ruin it though, because I'm...
Nah, this is gonna be the good. We're gonna start off with hype. People are gonna get a taste for it, and once people see what's in stock, they're gonna be like, "I'm down to donate more for more of that."
It's like a demo, you know. You gotta give them a
Exactly.
little thing.
All right, let's spin the wheel.
You gotta give them a taste.
True.
What is that? That's right. That's right on the line. What is that? VIP
is-
or
well, because I can't choose my own hair color, I'm gonna have to do or VIP for 2022.
Wait, let's choose. Oh, this is choose your own hair color. Ah, I see.
I'm not choosing my own hair color, so I'll just say I'll leave that one on there for chat. So yeah, there are choose hair color, do a double shot of hot sauce, react to something of your choice, whether it be a video, image, or soundtrack, providing it is not TOS. There is the red one is 50 pancake stream.
Okay. Why is the pancakes on here? That went not so well last time.
That's why it's 50 and not 100.
Okay, that's good. Why is every entry on here written for like ants? I can't read any of these.
it is quite difficult to read.
It's just because that's why I'm reading them out.
Oh.
The blue one is choose an outfit, which Barinade knows all about the issues of having to wear a specific outfit.
Oh my god.
Honestly, no, I was saying earlier, I am proud of Barinade. I'm very proud of Barinade.
The lime green is VIP for 2022. Pink is choosing what game I play on my next stream. The orange one is restrain me for 10 minutes, where I will put on a pair of restraints.
Okay, cool. Since you're not doing the one that you picked, can we just choose to have you restrained for 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Let me finish eating quickly.
Cool.
No.
No. You don't get to fit that. Yeah, restraints, then sandwich. But what?
Oh, you're gonna eat you're gonna eat the sandwich with the restraints.
Put the sandwich down. Put the sandwich on the floor.
Put the cookie down.
Put the sandwich down and put your hands up.
All I hear is Arnold. All I hear is Arnold.
Put the cookie down. He looks so subby.
So that's the one in a maid's outfit.
You're
Hey,
both breedable.
I'm free though.
Right. Yeah.
I'm the maid that's taking over. I'm dominating WoW here, right? This is what's happening.
I'm my erection has doubled in size.
Wait,
What?
oh my
Ren,
god.
is that you?
I got that reference, Malachi.
Is anyone else putting the camera on, by the way?
I mean, I can. Like, if you would like me to, if you
Oh,
could just give me a minute.
I think I'm able to.
I'm not
Hold
gonna
on.
lie. I'm wearing a purple like suit top at the moment.
Perfect.
For no other reason than I have no other shirts.
Like
Do you want me to go put a suit on? I will go put a suit on if you would. I feel like we're all getting dressed up for
Oh
this.
no.
Does this work? Okay, this should work, I think. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Do I need to go put on my suit? Because I'll do it.
You're scaring me,
I mean,
Barinade.
if you
Good.
want it.
Alright,
I mean,
I'll leave it.
I haven't worn it in like a month now because I've been off work.
I need to fix my video before I can.
You know what? Guys, give me 5 minutes.
Cameras on my stream?
Give me 5 minutes.
All good. Is it this one? What? I'm messing up my entire overlay.
This sucks.
Hey,
Okay.
just put the Discord thing over the top of all the other bits of your overlays.
I've got like alerts and stuff. That's important. Hold on. Let's hide that. Hide this. Hide that temporarily. There we go.
My shirt looks blue.
Alright, so
Like this.
everybody, welcome. We're here with the wait. There's the pancake hangout cast, episode 1 of
The Pancake Podcast.
The Pancake Podcast. All right, is that your fine land that you're sitting on?
Well, we might as well. It's open to change, but for now, yeah, why not?
Okay. What's that porn term? Is it like bukkake? The pankaki. That's the podcast. There you go. That's the suggestion.
Yeah, all right. Yes, you Mizu, it wasn't meant to be Mario 64. For some reason, the category was the only thing that didn't change. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
to the Pankake podcast.
Yes.
I hate it here. Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, we're joined with Barinade, who is at who you can check out on twitch.tv/the Barinade. We are also joined by Malachi Gaming, who you can
Is now above you.
Who's now above me. You can check out at twitch.tv/Malachi__gaming, and also DJ Zephyr, who you can check out at twitch.tv/the Mr. War. I mean, CJ_Zephyr.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you all for the as the guest of honor on the first episode.
Yes. We've been talking about doing this for a few weeks, and again, we're just using this as a regular Discord call. Pardon me. There should be an overlay at some point, which I've been working on making myself, to be fair, which should be quite nice.
So that's why it's taking so long.
Exactly, yeah, that's exactly why, because I don't do art. I asked Kibizu and Rai if they could do a miracle for me, but unfortunately they both had other stuff on, so I was there like, I'll make it myself, but today we'll just use a regular Discord call.
I'm so stupid. Okay, I figured out what I was doing wrong. Okay, there we go. I was streaming your stream. I was wondering, like, why is it so delayed? But I can just stream the Discord call. Oh, I see. Okay, I understand it now.
There's no rush. As I say, everyone had projects on, and I was panicking yesterday. So yeah. So these guys here, we are all streamers, and
no, I'm not.
Different. Okay, so 3 of us are streamers. One of them is a.
I'm a professional cleaner. All right, I'm here to dust, to clean, do dishes, and various other household chores. Okay, the streaming shtick. This is just a one-time thing. Okay.
Says the guy with 1,000 followers. Congratulations on that milestone, by the way.
Thank you. Lots of love. Appreciate you.
It was definitely well deserved. And
look, what can I say? A lot of people need their houses dusted, and their offices decluttered. All right, it's just it's a need that a lot of people have, and I'm here to fill it for them.
Baron is derailing this in the first 5 minutes, and I just don't know. I expected this to be like half hour before we derailed into such chaos.
Look, you knew what you were bringing. You know what pool of dust that I can clean. You were flinging yourself into when you decided to bring me on here.
This is true. So one of the first things we're going to talk about is Dungeons and Dragons, because that's something we are all passionate about.
True.
Now, I've been writing a campaign that will be starting in, I think it's going to work out to be a couple of months now, because it's after we finish chapter 1 of our current campaign, which CJ_Zephyr hosts on his channel every other Saturday. But one of the things that I've always found difficult, and I don't know if this is the same for people at DM, which at the moment has been Barinade and Zephyr. Zephyr's still getting changed into a suit. Has been anticipating your party's movements. Now, has anyone else, Barinade, have you had this struggle as well, like anticipating your party's movements?
Okay, this is what I realized early on. I thought at the very beginning of my DMing career, when I first started out, when I was a wee little DM, yet to experience the world of mastering the dungeons for the fellow players, I thought initially that I had to be ready with pages and pages of documents, alright? For every possible outcome and, like, situation that could possibly arise, I thought I had to be there with, like, a full-on script for every potential outcome. What I've realized is that that's not the way to go about it, because the players are almost guaranteed to go off the rails, choose their own adventures, have quests with NPCs that they gave 2 seconds of thought to, that they're going to incorporate into the party as main characters. I think it's better to just be ready with your baseline narrative, have that all planned out, have important notes at the ready if that stuff comes up, and then just be ready to improvise and react to your players' movements. Less so like just have everything planned out and be like, okay, well they're gonna go to point A, to point B, to point C, and it's gonna go like X, Y, they're gonna go through all these tasks or whatever. Have like that general outline so that the whole campaign doesn't fall apart, and then just be ready to react, and then like come up with stuff on the spot, or have stuff kind of just in general ready for any kind of improv situation. That's kind of helped me a lot, I think.
Yeah. That basically improvise. Wing it till you win it.
For me personally, like, you're like, the thing is, the DM is also a player, and that's the thing that a lot of people get wrong. The DM is also a player in the game. So the way I've sort of learned to go about it is I will write the overarching narrative. I will write, like, you know, the beginning, middle, end. I'll write the story beats, and then my players will fill in the blanks. So it's very much a case of I give scenario, the player gives the response, and then it's up to me to deliver them the story from their reaction. Which is why for me, backstories is such an important thing, because it tells the players a lot about their character and how they will respond. And by them having an idea of their backstory, I can kind of predict what route they might go down. So although I'm improvising, I've got a little bit to fall back on.
Yeah, and before I respond to that one, Barinade, just really quickly, you're using OBS, right?
I am. OBS
So
Studio.
why don't you just click on the camera that you're moving and then hit the little eye icon on your active sources on the scene? That will get rid of that camera and just show the Discord call.
No, but it's gonna flip me around. I'm flipped on my end. I'm flipped the other way, and it's bizarre. It's
yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Cool,
Discord does that.
I forgot
Yeah,
about
Discord does that.
Yeah.
Zephyr looking like a great daddy. Yeah.
Everybody's
right.
dressed like really nicely for the occasion.
I mean, I put on my shirt for this part. Like, I will be going into my pajamas when it reaches later in the night. But I dress up smart for this.
I'm gonna be in my suit for the entirety that I'm a part of this 24-hour thing. Literally,
I will say,
I just had a realization.
but it's so fucking hot
Well, yeah.
outside.
Yeah,
It is ridiculous here.
Baron,
honestly, kudos to you. I don't know how the fuck you're wearing that. This is killing me.
Look, I will
This is
say,
killing me.
from the waist down, it's very roomy. All right, I'm getting a gust. All right, I'm cooling.
Honestly.
Also, I just realized I know what this is. I'm here with my 3 sugar daddies on Twitch. It's an honor.
And that is true. We've all contributed towards your payout this month, haven't we?
These are the 3 people who are responsible for funding my entire career, more or less.
Yeah. Xanathar's Guide to Everything has become a
talk
great
about that.
DM player resource for you if you have trouble doing backstories. So it begins. Yes, it begins. Yes, you're right. And so for me, my first campaign. Thank you for the hype, Gusty. My first campaign that I wrote was not for Dungeons and Dragons, funnily enough. I was playing a different role-playing game, which was the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, which works in a very similar aspect. There are obviously some mechanical differences, and I basically, for that campaign, I had written 4 pages. And it was just summaries. And then every other page that I had behind that was the encounters that I wanted to have.
Apparently, doesn't never worry about reading that outfit. Oh my god.
Especially now, we're doing Trinity Isle, which is the one that Zephyr hosts. After seeing some of the derailment from myself, from Malachi, in fact, just from myself and Malachi.
No, the biggest one came from fucking Barinade.
Wait, what's this in the D&D campaign?
The fucking bed. The window.
Look,
all that
window.
shit.
To be fair,
no, to be fair, I started that.
Yeah.
No, because Barinade, I had made a perch for you. It was the fucking wardrobe that no one looked at.
Oh, of course. Well, I say of course, but I had absolutely no idea.
Exactly. It's like that's why I made the point of the wardrobe. But they're like, no, I'm gonna flip the bed, and then I had to go to IKEA.
Okay. I guess if I had insight checked or maybe perception checked or something, then maybe I would have been drawn to it, but I didn't realize.
Yeah, Panda. The reason Zephyr has that is because he doesn't reveal his face on stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after seeing this, I have actually gone back into my campaign, and especially over this last week where I haven't been as active as I normally am. I say this after doing 2 8
Why is Barinade a cat? It's an old donation incentive.
Through my 18 documents that I have based just on story for you guys, and I've had to change stuff. Just because I now know your personalities and the way that you play.
To be fair, I reckon that my D&D character is infinitely less chaotic than I am, or at least the one I'm playing in Zephyr's campaign.
I mean, yeah, I've seen your other characters.
My other characters,
what's your other campaign called that you do? It's
the one I run is the Shiny Boys.
You run the Shiny Boys, and then you take part in another campaign.
Disappointment Crew.
Disappointment Crew. That's it. I can take your strength.
That's where I run. Nef, she was a tiefling, but now she's a halfling because I died. Oh no.
Yeah, and I've been following that for. I mean, I think I've missed the last few of them, but
we haven't been streaming them live anymore. But yeah.
Oh, can I just sit in the call and listen?
Hey guys, do you mind if I bring in my friend over here? This is why. Wow, you're getting a personal show. I shouldn't be saying that with wearing this outfit, actually.
you have
That's gonna get clipped. That's gonna get clipped.
Barinade is giving me a personal show.
I'm not. I can't.
Can I just say, I'm too busy being distracted by looking at Barinade's face in the reflection on Zephyr's computer or whatever that is over your shoulder.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
So the question.
I'll move this. I'll move this.
And Malachi, you haven't DM'd yet at all, have you?
No. Oh, actually, this campaign will be the first proper campaign I've ever done.
Oh wow!
And I can tell you now that the character that I'm making for Yuar is infinitely more chaotic than Creepage could ever be. You are not prepared.
And it's very interesting because my character is quite a recluse. And that's all I'll say on the matter in terms of
it's intimidating.
personality. They're quite laid back, so
yeah.
But this is the thing, right? When I am writing Trinity Isle, and this is this might help you out. I write up to a certain point, so I've written up to chapter 1 in detail.
He's doing a spin.
He got 3,000 points in this chat. He got 3,000 points. So for the whole campaign, I've got.
My erection has tripled in size.
Oh my god! Can we stop?
Wow! I'm gonna ban you. I'm banning you from this podcast. I know you're a host. You're leaving now. All right? It's been decided.
Viva la revolution, Barinade. But yeah, so I've written the entire campaign in the most basic bullet notes. I think from chapter 1 to chapter 10, it is literally 3 pages of bullet notes. And then I've written, because chapter 1's quite short, I've been able to write the whole of chapter 1 in a little more detail. But a lot of my encounters and fights, I don't actually do any of that until we've done the session before, so I can kind of predict roughly where you guys are going to go, roughly what you guys are going to be capable of doing, and then I have a couple of backup ones for if you start a war in the town, or if you decide to go to a bandit camp and this, that, and the other. So I think, and this is advice I would give to anyone going into DMing in the future, you don't need loads and loads and loads of Dungeons and Dragons experience to be a DM. You just need that creative flowing to write the story. Everything else you will pick up as you write. How to run encounters, how to make traps, how to make dungeons and puzzles. You will pick that up as you go, because it is something you will decide feels good in that moment, as opposed to trying to predict what your players are going to do 3-4 months down the line.
Yeah, exactly. And like as I say, for mine, I've adjusted it just so it fits into your play styles, not so much as I've planned for everything to I'm not planning for every eventuality.
Yeah.
Just that I've got a lot of in-depth stuff. There is a lot of stuff you can miss when you do mine. When we get around to doing mine, there's a lot of stuff you can miss, and what you miss may affect something later on. But what you find might also affect something later on. It's a very intricate web. Think of it as like it is a murder mystery style of how I've done it. Everything seems to make sense until it doesn't. But are you still riding high from last night's PB? Yes, I am.
Congratulations, by the way, on your PB, the sub 110.
Sum of best is now 1 hour 4 minutes.
Ooh,
So
getting closer.
I'm getting closer. So in regards to that, then, I will start with Barinade. What has been the biggest derailment that a player has done on a campaign for you when you've DM'd?
The biggest single derailment? It's usually lots of little things. Because a lot of the time, I have a lot of notes for my campaign. I can actually show you. I'm pulling out my folder just for fun. I'll show you all my notes and everything.
Oh, I get to see his DM folder. I've been wanting this. I've been meaning to ask you about this.
My DM folder is huge. I've got like little colored tabs and stuff. Okay, that's my notes on the fly. I have this huge thing that's like all labeled and stuff. There's like heaps and heaps of pages, but I have it organized into like sections for like session notes, character notes, important items, names. Like I have like a list of names if I want to name NPCs on the fly, stat blocks, maps, and world building notes and stuff like that. So it's good for keeping track of everything, but it's a lot of like I don't know. Sometimes there was some games recently where I feel like once we get into like a funny sort of spiral, people start just like laughing about things, and then I go along with it, and then I feed into that, and then we just kind of go just out of control. But it's usually like really small, like it'll be like a whole session will focus on like a single encounter with like one NPC that's meant to be tiny that wasn't even planned in the beginning. So stuff like that happens, but it doesn't get too derailed from the actual, I guess, plot that the players are on, just because like not much has happened like in terms of like time, because they're still kind of like in the same location. They haven't really gone anywhere.
So what you're saying is your biggest derailment comes from yourself?
Yeah, probably. It's at the same time though, it hasn't really ever derailed. Like there hasn't been like one incident where it's been like, oh, we've derailed really far. There's been a lot of cases of like I had a lot of stuff planned that the players completely avoided or just ignored, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just have to figure out how to reuse this dungeon I made. But that's kind of what I've been doing. Anytime that happens, I just usually reuse my dungeon notes or anything like that for like another dungeon that comes up. And also, I have this lovely notebook filled with Matt Mercer's face that I use to keep track of like any in the moment notes about things, like where things are located and like, especially for like health of players and stuff. It's just like a mess of notes. Just all over the place. Some pages are worse than others, but
D&D Beyond really helps me out with that, and Beyond 20 as well. You did bring up a very good point, Barinade, which I want to kind of reiterate. In that when I write my scenarios, my encounters, my interactions, I don't write the comedy. I let my players set the comedic tone, and I roll with that, because there are some times where I think, this is a very serious moment, and I play it like that. And I allow my players to decide whether they want to take it seriously or whether they want to write the comedy. Because if I write the comedy, they might want to take that moment seriously. And this might be a very important thing for them. And there might be other moments where I think this is a serious moment and they're joking around and having fun. So I let them take the lead on the comedy, and I am the one that's improvising that with them, as opposed to the rest of the story where they're improvising off of me.
Okay.
Yeah, and in which case, then, what's your biggest derailment?
There is one that comes to mind, and this was back. It was the campaign before I took a break from DMing, because I did take a 2-year hiatus while I was in sixth form. Before that, I was running a campaign which was the continuation of a campaign that we had done for about a year, and it was basically Tiamat is trying to bring about an army to take over all of the underworld and basically take on the demons and the devils.
Okay, wow.
So my players were sort of sent to try and stop Tiamat,
Thank you,
which they did, and they were able to keep Tiamat within the underworld.
My pants as a DM.
And then
Wait, you didn't keep notes
they
in order?
decided to create a devil army and just begin taking over the material plane themselves. And it went from a cool campaign about a load of heroes trying to take on a load of dragons and sort of appease this multi-headed dragon goddess to them becoming the evil, like the BBEGs, and having to fight against the main cities like Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate and all that, and try and take over the world, which they did up until one of the players that died during the fight against Tiamat was resurrected as a paladin, and he took them all out himself. And it was like the final battle was this great sort of PvP moment where it was the remaining members of the party against the members of the party who had died before, along with like the final allies of Neverwinter and all the major cities.
No.
I suppose that you can't get much more derailed than that, really, can you?
Honestly, but it was a derailment. But I look back on it, the first couple of sessions, I was kind of like, oh god, what the hell do I do? But that was my first time writing an evil campaign, and I'm very thankful that it went down that way because it ended very climactically. And even though most of the players lost, they were very happy with how it ended, and it gave me that opportunity to actually write an evil campaign, because it's very rare that people write a serious evil-sided story, and it was a lot of fun to do it.
No, that's cool then. It sounds fun as well.
Yeah. But I was planning the campaign to end there, but obviously we went on for another 6 months. And they basically spent 4 months signing pacts with demons and devils and becoming warlocks and raising this army and then having this entire siege of the overworld, which they very nearly succeeded. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to DM.
It sounds really fun. Yeah, it sounds good.
I've been considering rewriting like that entire campaign, and then having an option where you can either remain good or summon the evil army, and then maybe bring those characters back as like, we've tried this before but we failed. This is now your chance. But that will be something we address after Trinity Isle.
Okay, fair
My
enough.
current group is trying to work out the logistics of evacuating the entire town they're in under an hour during the middle of the night, because to them it makes more sense than appealing to the lord of the town, because none of them trust authority figures.
The lord of the town.
You've got friends, Mr. War? Yes, I do. And 24 hours has just started. These are my friends. These are my best friends.
Yay!
Like,
it's a pleasure to be here.
We're pricks.
I know, and one of them's an absolute
Really
tosser.
says a lot.
I won't tell you which one.
It's me.
Hello. Hello.
But yeah, I mean, there's a couple of others that obviously aren't here today because they're at work or things like that. But these are the main people. These are the people that have been here for me for those 6 months. As I say, we'll get more into that a bit later on. But and Malachi, I know you said you wanted to bring up something in regards to character creation. Now, obviously, you've been creating a few characters and like mind setting and mind mapping, and how have you found that? Because obviously, this has been your first proper campaign you've played in, being Trinity Island.
It's my first proper campaign. It's not the first time I've ever played, but it is definitely my first proper campaign. And I think you knew when I was writing up, you know, that other character that has I've completely scrapped that character. The character is like the first page of this book, and I've been writing.
Dang!
I love to see that.
On.
I love to see that as a DM. I love to see that.
And like, I've got scribbles and notes all through this, and I'm like, this is the current note section for the one I'm running now. And obviously, I'm gonna flash this very quickly because I don't want you guys to actually read any of these notes. But it's very scribbled out. It's very messy. There is a lot of scratching. I was at work. Our old what is this? This is our special menu.
Don't
This
call
is the
it like
old
that.
special menu. I'm sitting there.
I didn't
at
realize
work.
you did it on a menu.
Yeah, literally. Oh, you can't
Oh
read
my
it.
goodness.
Literally on a menu.
Wow.
On the back, I'm sitting there writing notes at work, just with this pad, and like, we use like the old specials menus as like notepads, like spare paper. So I'm literally just at work on one of these pads. I'm just going, oh yeah, we're gonna do this and this and this. I'm pretending I'm working. I look like I'm working. I'm writing notes for a D&D campaign, but they don't need to know that, right?
I mean, technically,
Right?
that is work. You know?
it's
it's for your second job. Yeah,
it's for my other job, not the job that I'm supposed to be focusing on.
I've done that.
But,
Right?
yeah.
I've written Trinity Isle. Like, basically, the kids that I'm working with are doing fine, so I will just be sat in the back, just like on a laptop, just writing notes for Trinity Isle. I've done the same thing.
Yep.
Thank you, Google Docs.
I am currently in, and again, I can't say too much about companies or stuff like that, but I am trying to get some paper copies of books for people.
Okay.
So for some of the dungeons, because obviously a lot of stuff we're doing is on D&D Beyond, and like using Roll20, and I know that if we can find, I'm speaking to somebody who is a friend of mine that has an inn somewhere, that we might be able to get hold of some paper copies.
It is. I reckon it is.
And which also come in with physical character sheets, which then means you can do a lot more scribbling your notes down now. But I'm seeing if I can get hold of a bunch of them in bulk. So we'll have to wait and see on that one.
I do have. Okay, so people in Twitch chat and on Discord and stuff have been asking at some point. I just got reminded for me to run like a campaign with like viewers or whoever wants to play or something like that. I have got an obscure tabletop campaign to propose to you. All right, would you like to see it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright,
go on.
Yes.
Let me pull it out.
I would very much like to be a part.
Mr. 12, while you're at it, Barinade.
Can I just hate the fact that his ass looks really good in that outfit?
Don't say that.
Like, it's really annoying.
I'm sorry. Are you flirting with my wife?
Look, Zephyr, how much of my stream did you watch yesterday? Did you see how much I was flirting with them?
I know, and why do you think I wasn't chatting? I was over here getting my 12 gauge.
Okay, get ready. Are you ready for the reveal?
You're on thin fucking ice. I'm about to take you, Mizu, and we're just gonna run off to Spain.
Okay, well, you might have to run off to Spain because the RPG, or the tabletop RPG that I have to present is this one.
Fuck's sake.
Let's do it.
This is real, by the way. It's got a character creation thing. I've got a separate book that's just the bestiary of this. Can you believe that this exists?
Sake.
Oh my god.
I can, and I'm okay. I'm down for it.
I don't think I can for the sake of my brand.
I don't know. You've got that Twitter post up.
That's not no.
Oh, okay. Everybody here right now who hasn't yet, I'm gonna send you guys a link. If you guys have a Twitter, make sure you go have a like of this tweet because we're getting Zephyr to 50 likes. We're getting this man a plushie. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful.
The thing is, I'll just end up buying one that my sister wants. So that's not so much the issue.
It has to be
fine,
a
but the
cute
thing is,
one.
you're gonna have to
appear in
post
your
a
stream.
picture of you having it to prove that you've bought it.
Oh yeah, I will. You know I'm shameless. You know that I'm shameless. But it will end up going to my sister. I'm just glad you picked that one and not the other one. Quite honestly, the other one would have been very destructive. As in, I would have broken down your fucking door. But yeah, no. If that does hit 50, I'm gonna buy one that my sister wants, and Barinade.
So wait, what you're saying is, if I make you post it, you're gonna break down my door.
I will nuke all of Australia.
Whoa! Can you say
Victoria? Your wife?
Yeah, guys, if you're in my chat, can you go like Barinade just done the exact same thing I did. Make sure you like that tweet.
Yeah, no. I'm glad, I'm shameless. All jokes aside, it's whatever. It's all in good fun. But yeah, that other one that goes against my personality very much so.
What? The stay safe, much love.
I will walk away. I will walk away.
I mean, you'll attempt to walk away.
You will see me walk away. I am determined.
He'll hobble away.
Well, okay. So, what's our next topic?
Well, Malachi never actually mentioned anything about character creation either.
No, yeah.
So we're still on that same topic.
Welcome to derailment, people.
Okay, character creation.
Derailment.
What is your biggest derailment? Well, there was this podcast I did back in November.
Ooh, and we've got the tweet. We got the tweet to 10 likes. We're 1/5 of the way there. We can do it.
I'm gonna have to turn around so I can have a drink real quick. In fact, I'm gonna go off screen to go have a drink very quickly because I had to take the mask down.
We need to find a penny to send to Zephyr. Okay, we need to find like a really cheap, huge plush toy.
Hey, remember, I said to you that if you bought it, I would have it on display on my streams.
I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna find a cute one. But I can't get you an Octavia. All right. Can't do that. That's gonna be that's too much. That'll be too much. I can get you we gotta find an easy one though for you, Mr. Raw.
But yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Malachi.
Is that?
Yes, dear. How can I help?
Yes. So, what you wanted to bring up something in regards to character creation? What was that?
Oh no, I honestly, I think I just wanted to talk about like how much fun you can have just sitting there, like especially if you can get into it. Like if you actually sit down, take an hour, 2 hours, however long you want, and just sit there and think, okay, what are the combinations I can do? How much fun can I have with this? How stupid can I make this? How wacky, how interesting, how dark, how morbid, how completely fucked up can I make this? I could sit and write for hours just characters.
Yep.
Like and I love that the art of that, and then implementing those characters into campaigns, working out how they mesh with the other characters. It is, especially since it is so much fun. Really? I think honestly,
I know that
the last session we did was probably the most fun I've had.
I've heard of Penny Finder. Penny Finder I've heard of.
Aside from the time we spent 2 hours torturing one of our party members.
There's a few unofficial ones, I think.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I completely agree. Like, that session I've run is the most, like, session 3 of Trinity Isle Online was the most fun I've had running a session in quite a long time. Well, that's the thing.
We spent an hour working out a bedroom.
I love situations like that. There's a memorable.
Yeah, for context, for those who weren't there, what the hell are you doing? But also, I had put together that basically the bartender's daughter is sort of, playing a little bit with magic. She wants to learn a little bit of magic, so she has enchanted the attic room. And now
it's not the only thing she enchanted. I mean,
me and Malachi have spoken about this.
We have.
And so she has enchanted this room so it's perfect temperature. If it gets too hot, then the window will open. They will be given food, and that food is a part of the room. That's why the room is so expensive. You're paying for the meals as well, because it was something like several silver pieces or a couple gold pieces, I believe. I'd have to look back in the notes. And I was like, it's cool. The mattress will be as soft or as hard as you desire. You will get, the blankets will be as thick or as thin as you want. It's basically, it is the perfect room.
I've got the perfect segue question. Ready?
Yep.
How hard is your real life ideal mattress? And why?
I'm a soft mattress person.
Oh.
I'm a soft mattress person because of my back and my waist and my legs.
I'm just testing my mattress.
That's fair. Okay. I have a really, really firm mattress because I have a back issue. I have scoliosis, which is like twisted spine. So I need a bed that like straightens my back out when I sleep on it, rather than one that I mold to, if that makes sense, because that'll make me worse and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle. Like, so if I have times when I want to sleep on a harder surface, I have no problem just sleeping on my floor.
Yeah, same.
So like, but I think my mattress, because again, I live in a house share, and my mattress is provided by my landlord, so I don't really get a say in what mattress I use. And it's kind of softish. Like, it's more soft and kind of like, it's one of those sort of, it's like memory foam, but it isn't.
Okay.
It's like one of those sort of styles. So it's really, really comfy, but I have found myself wanting to sleep on my floor more often than not now. Because the hard surface is actually a lot better.
Yeah, I think you do well with a firm mattress then. Because they're good. They support you. But also, it depends on what your needs are.
Yeah, I think for me it's because I physically cannot sleep on my back. I've never been able to do it, even when I was a baby. couldn't sleep on my back, so I think I prefer the softer surface, because sleeping on your side on a hard surface is not fun. For me, personally.
That's fair. That's fair.
It depends. It depends on the surface. If it's if it's a rough surface, it sucks. If you can sleep on a solid but smooth surface, it's not as bad.
Okay, that's fair.
I think my joints are just fucked. Quite honestly.
I sleep on my stomach, and I sleep like that. With my hands under the pillow.
Haven agrees with us here, so yeah. There's quite a lot of people that say it.
And also, I have one of those weird pillows, the ones that are strangely shaped, made of like segments and stuff.
Oh, I really want. So my pillows are warped and terrible. Like it's even coming out of its cover, just because of how awkwardly I lay on it.
Okay.
And like, I need to get one of those sort of style pillows because I think that will help me be able to maintain a regular position.
I got this from my doctor. It's it's like the peanut shaped ones. And it's got like these kind of grooves.
Is that one of the is that like one of the bamboo ones?
I don't think so. It's made by a company called Sleeper with like 5 R's or something. It's normally really expensive, but I got it through my doctor pretty cheap because it was like prescribed or something. I don't know how that works.
I've got one of those like V pillows that you can have that sort of prop you up a little bit. So.
Okay. Yeah. I also have a body pillow. That works for that's good for sleeping on your side.
I'll take your word on it.
I suppose this would be the thing as well. When we're talking about like the pillows, what about the covers that go with? So I use a 9.5 tog duvet.
What is that?
So I have basically it's a thinner duvet.
Oh, 9.5. Out of what? Out of 10.
13.5 is normally a thick one.
Okay.
I think I've got a thinner one. I think I've got similar, but I prefer the thicker ones. So one of my sheets is actually like a sheepskin, like fluffy, sheet to put over it to try and make up for that. Because I get cold very easily, and so I need the thicker ones.
Okay.
And then I suppose if to keep on this topic for a moment, are you guys the sort of person? So I've went from a double bed to a single bed. When I moved rooms, just so I had a bit more space in here, and I found that so I had a king size duvet because I was in a double bed, and I've kept this king size duvet. Now I'm in a single bed, which looks absolutely ridiculous. But do you guys find that having a bigger size duvet is better, like bigger size than what you have in your bed?
Not necessarily, but I sleep like a corpse. I don't move in my sleep. I fall asleep. And
I move a lot, so
I stay in like position. I don't snore. I barely breathe. I'm just like completely still. But
I move a lot, so the bigger one is more useful for me. And the issue I have is my bed is obviously up against the wall, and so when I sort of roll over, it will pull the duvet out from the side, and it's a nightmare to tuck it back in.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I think bed choice is honestly more interesting than I thought it was going to be.
There's a lot of nuance, you know.
There is.
King single, personally.
So one of the things I was looking at getting rid of my bed, and I'm never going to do it because it's so stupid.
Wait, what do you mean by rid of it? Like not replace it? Just no bed.
Get rid of it and replace it with that massive giant Snorlax plush.
No, keep it. That's not. You gotta be on something supportive.
I know, and that's why I said I'm never gonna do it. But I had that when I was looking at those things, and I was like going, I could buy this, and then I was like going, well, that could just replace my bed, and I was like, I gave it some proper thought, and then I was like,
you need a waterbed, boy. You need a waterbed.
One of those circular ones that spins around with mood lighting and. It's just like,
Right, let me see if we can work that into the budget.
I feel like I'd get seasick on that.
Hey, you'll find out when you come and use it.
Oh, dude, we got Zephyr's tweet to 13 likes. Keep it coming, right? Spread that tweet around, quote tweet it, tell your friends, tell your family. Anyone you know who has a Twitter account?
I mean,
I love it as
if you guys are on my Twitter, if you like, for me, if you could also like the one I did to Digix art, so hopefully they'll actually see it.
True. Go support our boy.
Yeah.
I think I find it funny as well.
I should. I'm gonna pin that tweet. Because I want anything really for them to be able to see that.
I think I love the fact that for Zephyr, this is actually doing him a favour because we're just giving him more exposure on Twitter.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Any
darling.
publicity is good publicity.
Hell yeah, let's go.
There we go. I pinned it. I pinned the tweet. I'd like people to promote because Digix are gods of game developers.
I also love how every now and again Barinade will mute the Discord call, and I can see that on my stream, like he has right now.
Yeah, he's talking to his chat. He
I know what you're talking about.
But then I look at my other screen and I see him talking.
Yeah, I called him out for it at the beginning of one of our Trinity Isle episodes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm here, full focus.
And the thing is, I'm talking to his chat as well as mine.
Yeah, I've got like 2 separate tabs so I can flip between them and get points in, but because I need to start getting points in Barinade's chat again.
Grinders.
Yeah.
Because, well, I spend a lot of points on something, so I need to start getting it back. I need to start paying my way again.
So, obviously, you mentioned about going on with the tweet. Zephyr, you made a tweet in regards to a game you played recently, which was Road 96.
It's my game of the year, I've decided. Unless something really surprises me in the next couple of months, there will be a very big thing on Road 96. And I'm actually making a VOD channel so that I can put it on there as well.
Digix Art.
I'm switching up to Lovesec.
I can't pronounce
it's a very hard name to...
Digix Art.
Yeah, I have to say it's 2 words.
Yeah, they're the publisher for the game, and Zephyr was streaming this the other day, and I now have it, thanks to Zephyr. And I'll be playing it at some point soon as well. But it was an absolutely amazing game for what it was. And, anyone that is in the stream that is interested in it, there will be spoilers ahead. But most of us haven't watched it. There is this call.
And I would say if you are even the slightest bit interested by anything we say, then just go and get it, because it is a game not everyone will experience. Even if you know what's going to happen, there are parts of the game that are randomized, and there are parts of the game, at least on your first playthrough, you may get that I didn't.
It's expensive.
That does look really nice, doesn't it?
It's $825.
Malachi, you could have bought that for him.
I'm glad you didn't.
I could have.
Yeah, you could have. You could have.
But yeah, no. So that, as I say, that game was absolutely amazing. And as someone watching the playthrough, there was so many different
free delivery though.
There's so many different choices that you get to make.
Free delivery.
It's definitely one of those sort of games that can
that
has a lot of different styles about it, but it follows one main theme. As we say, things like the draw distance,
they've giant ones,
wasn't that great, and some of the characters didn't get as much development as they needed.
I think that's part of the charm, and the character development. The character development is purely because I didn't go down those routes.
Dude, that's so
and
huge.
It's just I didn't come across them. They weren't there. They were doing their own thing.
I only get half the amount though.
There's a character in there called Jared who's very creepy.
Dude,
I only got about
that's like an island
of his story because
I
didn't come across him very often because I avoided taxis and stuff like that. But
that's incredible.
They just the writing in that game makes those
like hundreds of dollars
feel like people. It doesn't feel like you're playing a game as such. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a lot of cliches in story, like Saints Row 2.
These are nice.
I love Saints Row 2. It's the best Saints Row game.
Okay, I might be wrong about this. Does this kind of look like a butthole?
But it very much like the characters still feel like characters.
No, am I wrong about that? It's kind of a big butthole.
Something like Road 96, it's not. It doesn't feel like these are characters in a game. It feels like these are just people that I'm coming across, and people that I'm having a little bit of time with, and then I move on. The game is about moving forward and reaching your goal, and the ending of that game hit me as hard as it did. And people who were there will say I was very emotional at the end of that game because they felt like people, and because I cared about what happened to these people. And yeah, the draw distance is a bit off, and the graphics. Whilst I love the art style, there are a few
I'm actually doing something for No Doubt Remember. Okay, you know what I'm doing?
But part of that comes down to the fact that
nutting, okay? I'm letting myself
they weren't
nut.
so much focused on the technical side,
but I am giving up something
on
specific.
their narrative and their story. And I very much think that if a game does everything okay, it is inferior to a game that does a few things perfectly. And Road 96 is a game that did a few things perfectly, and it has affected me as
Retro
a
nerd.
person, and it will have an effect on me for quite some time. And
I'm giving a
could not recommend it enough.
I could not recommend it enough.
It's a game that is worth your time.
I'm addicted.
Yeah, absolutely. And as someone that's watched the majority of it, like, I think I even cut my stream early just so I could come and watch it, because I didn't join for the beginning, but I joined for most of the end of it. I think it's the first time, and I mean this in the nicest possible ways, because I actually love jumping on your streams.
Yeah.
But it was the first time I can honestly say I jumped on your stream not because you were streaming, but because of the game you were playing.
Yeah.
And it's not often I get said, like, 'cause obviously normally when I jump on all of your streams, I don't give a flying fuck what you're playing. Like,
good.
You know, I'm there for you guys because, you know, you guys are amazing and I love the content you provide and everything like that. But that was kind of the first time I went, if it was the choice between me watching you and watching someone I didn't know play that game, I would have chosen someone I didn't know playing that game.
No, I completely get that.
Beanbag was good, actually.
Yeah, because it is that good, and you know, for the cost of it as well. I'm hoping to catch up on what I missed. This whole podcast section I'm going to be highlighting and downloading, and we're going to put it on YouTube probably, so Barinade can be
immortalized forever.
Yeah.
Speaking of things being immortalized forever, Zephyr, have you highlighted out that segment, or have you uploaded it anywhere?
So if you go to my channel now, there is a highlight. It's about 40 minutes long, I believe, of my final thoughts about the game. And I am making basically when we're either tomorrow morning or when we're done here, basically whenever I have the time, I'm going out of the way to make a VOD channel. And that will be the first thing that goes up. And then I'll start posting my Mass Effect playthrough on there as well. But it's the reason I didn't stream yesterday, and the reason I'm not streaming any of this at the moment, is because that is a game that needs time to settle, and I want it to have a place in my community. I've even gone to Museum and saying, hey, can we add a little thing to commemorate that game?
Dang.
Because it is a game that you will either love it or hate it, and I'll say that straight up. But it's a game that has affected me in such a way that I feel like it deserves that place. And it's the first time where I've decided not to stream because of what I played. You know, if I play Among Us with you guys, if I play Mass Effect, if I play a variety game, then I'm happy to stream the next day because, you know, it's another stream. I don't want Road 96 to feel like just another stream, and that's very important to me, and that's why it's going to be the first VOD that goes up on the new channel, because it is very special. And there will be a video at the end of the year. I'm going to start writing the script for it soon, about why the hell you should go and buy this game. You know, it's not often that I come out of playing a game and immediately say that's my game of the year. A lot of the time it takes me a while to sort of look at everything that's come out and then put my opinion. As soon as I finished playing this game, as soon as I turned off that stream, I was like, that's my game of the year. And I was saying, I think this is my game of the year the whole way through, and it still is. I look back at those VODs, and I've been watching those VODs, and it's just so different. It's very much on the case of Outer Wilds and Firewatch and Life is Strange, in that it does something very unique, which is hitchhiking. I can't think of another hitchhiking game.
Yeah, and especially because obviously you guys all do different things. Now, I'm not very much the sort of person that will do slow-paced games, like especially if you've watched me over the 6 months. I do a lot of things. Why is there a picture of Rousey smoking on your screen, Barinade?
There isn't.
There was. It just left on my screen now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I'm not very much for a slow pace. Anyone that's watched me play slow paced games, I kind of struggle with. I think the only one I got into was doing Danganronpa, but then I haven't been able to put enough time to do a whole chapter in a day.
We need to see the end of that game series, Mr. Wah.
We do. I need to do all of it, and I need to do it before the Switch version comes out with that beach one.
True.
Because I'm looking forward to that. But it's for a game with a slow story mode, for me to actually get into is very, very impressive, because you know, it's when you compare it to other games that have slow progression, and I'll use the beginning of Rust as an example, which is a completely different style of game, but it's very slow to build up, and then once you've built up, it gets somewhere. And I struggle getting past that stage. The build up to get somewhere. And especially with a game like that, like there was the whole option of leaving money for others, for future teenagers, so future characters you're playing, and things like that just interested me because it was like it's a slow setup, but it's a constant slow setup. It's something that you can read into, you can get to know about it. There are all these different characters, and you see them. Zephyr, did you have a cat in your screen?
Fidget is in the room. Yes, Fidget is in the room.
Sandwalker is saying, "I want to see the cat."
I'm not sure we can get a good shot of her at the moment, but I might try and bring her over at the end of the podcast if she will let me.
But yes, so in regards to slow story games or things like that, obviously Barinade has a lot of experience in slow story games.
I love slow story games.
Because you've obviously you did the whole of Danganronpa, which is what got me into it, and obviously you do the Ace Attorney games to the point you're a speedrunner for Ace Attorney, aren't you? Or you were.
I'd like to say that I still am.
You still are?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And is there any other slow story games that you play, whether it be on stream or off stream?
Off stream, I play tons. I love visual novels. I'm a reading addict. I read like a book a week. But
what are you doing?
What are you talking about?
I'm watching your stream, Barinade. I can see exactly what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything. Okay, look. I like to play slow story games. I like playing things like visual novels. One that I would recommend for anybody who wants to get into visual novels, if you're into sci-fi, a big one that I think is really, really fun, especially if you love if you like the idea of visual novels and you like sci-fi elements, Steins Gate is really, really good. That one's really, really deep. Has a lot of different routes you can take. A lot of your actions will affect things way later on. It's got a lot of stuff like that. It's very well thought out and well planned. Outside of that, I really like the Phoenix Wright games, and I played through all of the Danganronpa stuff. You can skip UDG, which is like the in between the second and third games. It's not a visual novel, and it's really, really weird. I don't know if it's written by different people or something like that, but it's got strange themes, so I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, played Undertale. That was awesome. I played Deltarune Chapter 1 and 2. That was better than Undertale. I'm excited for what's to come. Those are the ones that come to mind. Yeah,
that's on Undertale's on Game Pass from Crates. I might actually have to give that a go.
Yes, do it on stream. It's a good stream game.
So 6 months and a week ago is when I first watched Barinade. A week before I started streaming myself was when I first watched Barinade play UDG, and I thought this game was well weird. And then when he started playing the rest of the Danganronpa series, that is what then got me into doing it. But yeah, Malachi, slow game series. Do you have any?
I've got a few. I also played Undertale. I loved Undertale. Undertale is
Dream Daddy.
An absolutely amazing story, I found. Slow story games I don't have a lot of off the top of my head.
Yo, Zepcat, how's it going? Good to see you. Barinade is here. Yep, we're here.
I think the only ones that I really played were Doki Doki Literature Club, which is an absolutely amazing game, but a very, very hard-hitting game, especially if you're not in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, I've avoided
something like that.
I've avoided playing it recently because of that.
That is a very wise move. It is a very
I'm still angry about Doki Doki. Still
game. I mean, I've also played the Danganronpa. Well, at least the first Danganronpa. I've been meaning to get into the others, but unfortunately, as a streamer now, I find that I don't spend a lot of time playing games in my own time because I sit there and I go, you know, if I'm either asleep or I'm at work or I'm here and it's nighttime and I'm like, well, you know what, if I'm gonna play a game, I may as well just stream it.
I feel that.
And I sit there going, okay, you know, what am I gonna stream? What are people gonna be interested in? What are they gonna enjoy? I mean, I love.
I have an interesting question for you, actually. You've made me think of.
Glad to hear it.
Okay,
ask away.
Does your stream dictate the kinds of games that you play on stream? Because you just talked about picking games that people enjoy or things like that. Is that something that affects what you play?
There, to a level, yes.
Okay.
However, there will also be times like, okay, every Thursday up until last week, I played Sea of Thieves on stream.
Nice.
That was more a personal choice than a stream dictated choice, because it was a game that I enjoyed quite well until recently. So, you know, that's obviously, now that's changed for me, but I think that you've got to balance that. You've got to balance that. If you only sit there playing games that you want to play, you run the risk of, while you're still focusing on, you know, your community will be, you know, like-minded people, but you don't necessarily get that reach. You know, if you're only playing games for the reach, you're gonna sit there hating your job.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
I find you've got to, you need to have a mix, and I do think definitely prioritize games that you enjoy, because if you're enjoying what you're doing, you're gonna want to keep doing it. But there will be days where you need to go, okay, I don't necessarily want to play this, but at the same time, my viewers would want to see this.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because
it's a balancing act, but you definitely want to be enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think Zephyr has a very good example of that from when you first started doing streaming regularly. If I remember correctly, House Flipper?
House Flipper was a game that I played. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good fun game. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It is a fun game, but as Zephyr realised, it's a game that if you're going to play it on stream, you're going to play it on stream for you, not for audience or for growth. I love how Zephyr has become Kakashi.
I found everyone.
But yeah, no, it's like one of those sort of things. There are times when, so obviously I've become very much more a Super Mario 64 stream.
Yes.
And that has become my primary content for the while. Like, it's not going to be an ongoing thing, but
no,
I'm in that phase.
Do it forever. All right, never leave. You're here forever. The PB will never be good enough. You'll get better and better, and you'll realize it'll be less and less satisfied, and you'll be stuck.
Yeah.
It's good.
But like, there are games where I played, and we've had this before when we ended up doing Back for Blood on Wednesday, and I said that I wasn't going to stream Back for Blood because for me it's not something that does very well. But unfortunately, with it being a new release and being on Game Pass, strangely, my perceptions of it have changed
right?
because of
that.
that.
We had an interesting conversation on that.
I know Katara showed you.
Walden was the one who stated that he wasn't.
I think a friend of mine played through all of that, all the routes.
Back for Blood on stream.
Yep.
And he was the only one that streamed it.
He was the only one because my stream crashed.
Yeah,
he was
I refused to stream that because I was going to stream Road 96 later that day.
Yeah, so we were doing 7 Days to Die. So every Wednesday, Malachi and I are trying to do 7 Days to Die with Twitch integration. It's a lot of fun. But we had an issue where Malachi's PC crashed, and we just couldn't get both of us on the same world after it crashed. So we were like, we need to find something else. So we'll do Back for Blood, because it was the only game that I could think of that came to mind other than us trying to organise, you know, in a rush, trying to organise a Pokemon Soul Lock that we were going to do.
Right, okay.
So I was like,
to work on, but...
which we still need to work on. But I was there like going, okay, what I'm going to do is we'll load up Back for Blood, because there's two of us streaming it. And if worse comes to worse, I can end my stream, send my audience to him. Or send my audience somewhere else if they're not interested in Back for Blood. Malachi's stream then crashes. So Malachi then can't stream.
Twice.
So I end... Yeah, twice.
Twice
so
after that.
I end up being the only person streaming Back for Blood. After I'd spent the last 2 weeks saying that I didn't want to stream Back for Blood because it is not a game category that does well for my stream. Because if I'm going to spend hours doing... Like, if I was just doing a segment of it for an hour and a half or something, fine, I'll do it. But But if I'm going to sit there and put 4-5 hours into a game, I don't want to be doing that on stream if it's not something I think can perform well.
It's interesting to hear you guys talk about this then.
And it's like, whenever I do different games, like obviously going back to how I started was obviously Mr. Driller 2. Mr. Driller 2, funnily enough, brought in a big audience because no one else streams Mr. Driller 2. It was just me and Pufferfish King. Like, so if anyone was looking for weird games, then conveniently I'm at the top of the list. And then I think every time I did Spyro, I ended up being the top of the viewer list for Spyro the Dragon as well. Like things like that, because not many people stream those things, but they're games that I absolutely love and adore. Like, I love the platforming side of it. But
which is actually something that was something that that popped up quite interesting for. I was watching a video on streaming ideas, things like this. One of the things that was mentioned was, if you're starting out, don't start out playing what everybody else is playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're going to be at the bottom of that list. Nobody's even going to make it down that far.
Yeah. Especially as you're building up a community.
They're not going to look for you.
But in regards to the answering of the question, I play games based on what will do well on stream. There are very few times that I will play a game for me. So definitely my community dictates what I'll play.
Okay.
And if I notice that, if I notice my viewer count, like I had it the other day when somehow playing Black for Blood, I ended up with like 22 people watching. And
sorry,
then,
what was that? Black for Blood?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
You misspoke, mega lol.
I ended up with like 20 odd people watching, and then as it went on, obviously it died off. I think I changed off, and it started dying off a bit, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to actually really look at what games I'm streaming at the moment. And obviously SM64, especially as I've been getting bigger in that community, like as I say bigger, I mean like exploring more streamers that stream SM64. I found that obviously my community's growing, and like I've started chatting with people that are actually very fast runners, like better than Barinade, which isn't difficult.
That's a low bar. That bar's on the floor.
But like people that are on the same sort of standing as Ruby Sorry, as an example, like top 100 speedrunners. Like I've managed to have conversations with them.
Joker, how's it going? See you.
Well. And I found that the more you grow your community, the less it will matter what games you play. Because, when you first start out, you're hoping people are just going to come across your channel. Or you're going to come across someone else's channel that you can vibe with. And then you can get to know their community and they'll go, oh, you stream as well and stuff like that. Once you reach a certain stage, and I don't think I'm quite at the stage yet. Barinade's very much closer to this stage than I am.
Which stage?
The stage where you could probably stream anything and you will get a similar viewer count.
Well, actually, I'm gonna. I'll let you finish, and then I'll tell you about my kind of view on this, on the topic that I brought up. Because I think I have a very different experience.
At the moment, Barinade is streaming just chatting. He's part of this podcast. He's streaming his aspect. He has nearly 3 times the amount of viewers that I do.
I have my viewer count. Well, actually, yeah, continue.
I'm not going to say the numbers. That's why, because I know you don't show your viewer count. And that's because he has his regulars. He has the people that will be there, stream in, stream out. He has people like Panda. He has people like Yumizu, Draza, Last Stand, Sandwalker. All those people that will be lurking in people's streams. Sepcat as well, Retro. All those amazing people that will be there.
You have my streamer, but I was wondering, like, how does he know, like, the roster list today? Damn right. All right, everybody's names. Are you here? Are you present? Say here if you're here.
Yeah, he's got Meta. He's got the Mr. War. He's got Dark in there. He's got Zephyr Malachi, Draza. There's a load of people in there, and Sly Copper as well. Like, there's a load of people that are his regulars that always show up. So no matter what game he streams, people will show up because they show up for him, and not for the game.
Yeah, rat monkeys. All right, I'll give you my story because I think I come from a very different place. I think I originally.
It's called Australia.
From Australia, yeah. I've only been streaming regularly for a short time. But when I originally started streaming, way back, I only started streaming because I was interested in speedrunning before I was interested in streaming. And my favorite game of all time is a game called Is 1 and 2 Chronicles or whatever. And I was like, this is my favorite game. Well, actually, I started running a different game. I tried running Wind Waker in, 2015, and it was just way too hard. Like, I just gave up immediately. I was thinking, okay, I should run a game that I just love to play, Mr. Wild's reaction.
Are you saying you had Wind Waker speedrunning experience before we raced?
Only for the very first, like, you know how you do the jump off the tower onto the island and you go, like, to the house or whatever? There's some slashing actions you have to do to, like, do the first... What's his name? Orca? You have to do him fast. And I couldn't do it. I was like, I give up. I don't want to do this. This is dumb or whatever.
Okay. I was about to call out that rating.
Barely any. It was barely any. And that was in 2015, and I didn't touch the game since then, so I didn't remember any of it. But I started with that, and I was like, I'm not going to do this. Whatever. This is whatever. I don't want to run this game. And I heard somebody else say a different run, say, oh, you should try running your favorite game. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try running my favorite game of all time. I'm going to do that. So I started doing speedruns of it. I had like a decent time, but I was like, okay, I need to start streaming to prove that I'm getting good times. I can't just be running this offline and be like, hey, I've got this time. Please believe me, here's a recording. I didn't cheat, I swear. So I started streaming that on and off in like 2018, I think, like 2 years down the line or whatever. And I was in the speedrunning Discord, and I was just posting that, like, you know, that I was getting these times or whatever. So a few people from there would watch me. I think that's where Meta knows me from, because I did some like routing and stuff and talking with the world record holder at the time, and we found some like different strategies and stuff, and I posted some tutorials on like how to do clips and things. Or some glitches or whatever, because there were no tutorials at the time, so I tried figuring out consistent setups or whatever. And I posted those on YouTube, and that tiny community there knew me from that. But I barely streamed ever. I would stream for like a few times in a month, and I would take a break for months at a time. But I was only streaming that because I had to stream it for like proof or whatever, and only a few people watched. Then, at some point, I learned about like the affiliate thing, like, oh, you can become an affiliate, and you can have emotes, and you can have subscribers. I learned about this in like, at some point in 2018, like September. So I was like, oh, this will be cool. Well, what am I going to stream? I like playing Super Smash Bros. Melee. I'm just going to stream that for like a month straight and just see what happens. So I streamed that for a month, got to affiliate, quit streaming, and I didn't come back for like forever. I stopped streaming right after I got affiliate or whatever. But then eventually, like, back in 2020, I was like, okay, I wanted to grind again for the world record, and I grinded that or whatever to like very few people. And then I think Ray suggested that he wanted to learn how to speedrun Mario 64. I was like, oh, if you learn how to speedrun it, I'm gonna run it with you, alright? Because this is fun. I want to race you in a game or something like that, because he was never interested in speedrunning that much before. So we both learned it, I was streaming it as well, and I was just playing it over. But this kind of... I would always just stream, like, whatever I wanted to stream. I never ever had, like, a thought of... One thing I did early on was I hated knowing how many people were watching the stream. Because I would notice that, like, if I was looking at the thing and it was like, oh, there are 5 people there, like, early on. I was like, oh, this is cool, there's a few people watching it. And I would notice that we were like, tick, 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 and tick down to 2. Then I was like, oh my god, I'm a failure, nobody wants to watch this. And I would like, that would get into my head. So I was like, okay, view count, gone. I don't care, if you don't want to watch my stream, fuck off, go away. This is for people who want to be here, alright? Sorry for the language, but
it's fine.
That was my attitude at the time. So I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna stream whatever I want. People are gonna come vibe, they're gonna vibe. I'm gonna chill here, I'm gonna vibe, and if people want to vibe with me, that's cool. And I was streaming whatever. I was streaming just Mario for like for months, and people were finding me through the Mario whatever. I was just streaming that. I had like a community. I was doing stuff with people who were like in it or whatever, like community days and stuff like that. Because I just like playing with other people, like multiplayer games, stuff like Among Us, especially with mods. Super fun. Love doing that. It's really good. I also like doing the game show things just because they're creative or whatever. But if I want to stream like I think I had to do variety for a while because I got tendinosynovitis in my left hand. And I had to go get an ultrasound and like an x-ray and stuff for that, and possibly injections in the future, but seems like I don't need to go down that path yet. So I had to take a break.
I am the father.
I had to take a break from playing Mario, so I did variety, and people were really enjoying it. Then the stream started growing a bit, because I was streaming a bunch of different games. They were all games that I just wanted to play, but I was like, oh, I'll just use this opportunity to play through a few of them. And people were finding the stream through the variety. And people saying like, oh yeah, you should keep doing this, this is really good, this is good for the stream growth. Like, variety is really good, if you can stream a bunch of different games, it's great. And so I was saying, once my hand gets better, once my doctor is like, okay, you can go back to Mario, I am 100% going back to Mario, no lifing it, and you are gonna, all the variety's gone. I don't care. Alright, if you're gonna leave because the variety's gone, I don't give a shit. But people like that attitude, I think, and people stuck around because I don't know. You know, people are cool. I think people will vibe with your personality if you put that out there before your game. There was also a time when I did Terraria with like multiplayer. I did it with like Panda, and I did it with Ray and Yumizu. That got like no viewership. Everybody hated that game. Alright, I kept streaming Terraria, and I was like, I don't give a shit. If you don't want to watch the stream, go away. And like nobody watched, but we finished the game. We got to Moonlord, we destroyed it, and then I went back to streaming normal stuff, and people came back. But I think that makes for like fun experiences. It depends on what you want to do, but I think there's you have to toe a careful line of min-maxing the stream, because I feel like it'd be stressful to constantly think about like, this got 20 viewers, this got 15 viewers, this got 5 viewers. It's like, oh, I really want to play this game, but it's getting like 5 viewers, so I'm not going to play it. I'm going to just ditch that, and I'm going to focus on this maximizing game to maximize growth. Because I feel like if you do that... Okay, here's one thing that people ask me on this tangent as well. A lot of people say like, oh, Barinade, how the hell do you stream every single day, almost, with no breaks while you work and stuff like that? And it's because I never ever focus on like, this does well, this does badly, this does whatever. Because then I'm just playing stuff that's fun all the time, and I always look forward to stream. It's always good. It's always enjoyable, because I'm never thinking about like, oh, this game is not that enjoyable. It's kind of but it's a big game, and for whatever reason, people love watching me do it. So, I don't know. That's like my view on it. That's been my experience so far, and I'm grateful and extremely lucky that like, you guys, if you're watching, for anybody who's been watching my stream, and for you guys as well, here in this call, that you've been like part of the community and stuff like that. I'm grateful that that's like just kind of come naturally as a result of all of that. But yeah, I'm just be careful with like focusing too much on what does well. I think that can lead to like mental traps and like burnout down the line, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's definitely something which, and Malachi, I hope you don't mind me discussing some of the conversations we've had in the past.
That would depend entirely on the conversation, but
in regards to how streams do.
Yeah, no, that should be fine, yeah.
So we had a conversation, and it was about growth and, you know, how we can grow, and we looked at some stuff, and I've slowly been hinting and pushing at certain things to do, and I'm sure he's noticed this by now. Like things like raiding every single time, and not just ending a stream because they're streaming. We had it when his stream crashed the other day. I said, you need to go raid something. And he's like, but I'm offline. I said, get on your phone, use the raid command. There's still viewers there.
Oh, I did that as well the other day when my power went out.
Yeah, you did it to me.
That was actually a misconception that I had, because my brain went, oh, everything's crashed, so chances are they'll have all been kicked out, or they'll have all buggered off. And my brain didn't obviously click that, you know, just do it anyway, do that part anyway, because you know, anybody that is still there, if they're lurking or whatever, they'll then shove off. Because I usually, once my stream had crashed, I would just be like, oh, fuck this, I'm not dealing with tech issues again. Thanks, internet. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right on that part.
Yeah, and like, so when it says about like what games you play and things like that, and a lot of it was chat interaction, which obviously we've all gotten better with. Especially, you know, Malachi's realised that obviously a second screen really does help in that regard.
Look, it has been a long time coming. I've been trying to get a second monitor for ages. I've finally got it, and it does help, because, you know, before I had my phone, I had my phone here, so basically along this area, which would mean I'd be focused over here, and it's not a case of flicking my eyes to there and flicking back. I am full reaching down just to see, and I'm blind, so I have to, especially if I don't have my glasses on, I'm really trying to read this properly. Whereas there I can see it clear as day.
Yeah, and definitely like when I first watched Malachi's channel, one of the things I'd notice is I would say something in chat, and it would take about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And like, not 5 minutes because of stream delay, it would take 5 minutes because he's so in the zone of what he's doing that it's not a weed, no. I really want to unmask Zephyr, but simultaneously respect his privacy. I'm in a conundrum. Yeah, I know. He looks pretty. I'll just tell you that for someone that's seen his face.
He always looks pretty.
Fake news.
Fake news.
That was true.
Fake news.
But yeah,
don't believe him.
As soon as like we started doing a lot more stuff together, and I'm still, now Malachi's got his second screen. I do this a lot more still when we were doing 7 Days to Die. That I would respond to his chat before he would respond to his chat. But I mean,
which fucks me off, might I add, because especially if that message has only just come in and I'm like 10 seconds old and I'm about to reply, and then this prick's going, yeah. It's like, fucking let me do this now that I can.
But this is the thing. I still need to get used to that because I'm so used to whenever we do something together, being like, I need to prompt you that you've got a message. And especially when we do stuff together, especially like because now, as I say, I've got my chat open, I've got Barinade's chat open, and I have them both side by side. And the reason I have it both side by side is some of the stuff that is going to be said in Barinade's chat may be aimed at one of us.
Speaking of, I do have a viewer question for all of you.
I know, and I love that. I love that.
And this one comes from Meta Forever. If you would like, I can bring it up.
Yeah, in just a moment.
Okay, damn.
But yes, yeah, so it's one of those sort of things where, as you grow, chat interaction becomes much more important than the game you play. And viewer count is something I only check at when I hit like the 4-hour mark. Because I'll check it at the very beginning and I'll go, oh, okay, there's like 9-10 people in here. And then I'll stop. And then I'll check it again in 4 hours just to kind of see if there's people petering off. And
there's no worries. Did you get any grunts?
And as soon as I notice that viewer count goes to like half, that's when I know it's time to wrap up the stream. Because that's when people that are my regular viewers have decided that they want to move on, watch something else. They've had enough of WoW.
Impossible.
And well, I know, right? I found it hard to believe, but apparently it's true. But yeah, the question.
F1 2020, isn't that a massive game? Okay, the viewer question.
He's talking to his chat.
Okay, here it is. For a future question, are there any games you feel like you'll never get to because you're saving it for stream, but never feel like streaming it? I'll just answer really quickly because I kind of already answered. No, because I don't save stuff for stream. If I don't make plans or anything like that.
Okay, Zephyr?
No, because going back to it, kind of links to what we were talking about in that I honestly don't give a fuck if what I'm playing is popular because I want to play it, and I have that mentality. You know, I'm starting my Mass Effect playthrough, and Mass Effect 1 is my least favorite, but I still enjoy the game. It's a slower game. It's probably not going to do very well. I don't give a fuck. I'm playing that game. I want to play that game.
Hell yeah.
What my ideology is I will have I basically have a sort of little document where it's like games I like playing offline and games I like playing on stream. Some of those games are going to be popular. Back 4 Blood, I like playing on stream. Among Us, I like playing on stream. Things like that. And then there are some games that I want to play. Like, I love Firewatch. I love Outer Wilds. I love Stellaris. Will never play them on stream because they're games that I enjoy in my personal time. But there are games that are going to do well. You know, I could very easily play 7 Days to Die with Warren Malachi, and it would probably do well. I could probably play Pokemon games, or you know, I could probably get Super Mario 64 and play that and maybe learn that, and it would do really well. I could probably get a Switch and play a lot of Switch games, and they would do well. I'll be honest, I don't care for those games. Like, I don't think me playing them, I'm gonna have a good time. So I'm not so much worried about what's going to do well. I'm more worried about what's going to be fun. So I don't think I would have games that I want to get to on stream but can't. Because if I want to stream it, I'll just fucking stream it. If I want to play it in my own time, I will just play that on a day that I'm not streaming. So I'm very much in the mindset of people will come for what they want to come for. And I'm just here offering them another option. Because the thing is, there's 4 of us streaming at one time. Me and Barinade basically have the same stream schedule. Me and Malachi kind of, depending on the day, are very similar ones. While we're pretty much always live at the same time. Like, if I'm live, you're probably live. So what I'll often look at is what you guys are playing and play something that's not that. So like House Flipper, I love that stream and I will probably play that again. If I see the like Warren Malachi doing 7 Days to Die and it's quite action packed, I might play something like House Flipper for the people that want a more chill environment.
For the people.
So yeah, so I'm much more, I want to give people another option, and you know, because you're not always going to be into the action packed stuff, you're not always going to be into the chill stuff. The reason I streamed Road 96 was because I wanted to play it. I do first impression stuff. I did it for Genshin Impact and I've done it for other games. I did it for Void Bastards and Sheltered and games like that. So I was just like, I'll do a first impressions. I wasn't expecting to finish the game on stream, but I was having so much fun, and people wanted to see the end. I was like, we're both getting what we want, so I'll do another stream of it. Whereas I'm never going to stream Mario 64. I'm never going to stream Super Mario Maker. I'm never going to stream Metroid Dread. And that's not because I don't think those games are fun, but that's because you guys are all streaming that. I don't want to compete with you guys.
My ideal world would be to indoctrinate everybody into Mario 64.
Not going to happen, Barinade. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to play 7 Days to Die because A, it's not my kind of game, and B, like, I would have to stream it on a different day to WoW because we're competing. I'd rather
I haven't. What is it?
Not stream it. And there have been some community days, like Barinade, your game shows. I'm never gonna stream your game shows because it's not it's your thing. You should get the publicity for it. So I'd much rather send it your way.
Just to be clear though, I'm totally okay with any of you streaming.
Oh yeah.
Because ultimately, it's still a good way to send other people, like if people from my community are watching me do like the game show or something like that, for example, right? And this is why I encourage people to stream it if they want to, because if you're streaming your point of view, then there'll be times when like you might want to talk to your chat, so you might mute your microphone and talk about like your I've got this strategy, I might want to do this, I'm thinking about this kind of thing. So if people are there to see like Zephyr's playing really well on this scuffed Wheel of Fortune, I wonder what's going through his mind. I'm gonna check out his stream and see if he's got any insights.
The game that I really wanted to be a part of and missed. Thanks, dude.
I'll be. To be fair though, that's a thing that I think I want to expand on and like fix some things with and then redo again. So I'll do it again and I'll make sure you're here for it.
I missed that one because of how sick I was and I was very upset about it.
No, I'm legitimately just gonna run it so that you have a chance at it because I want to see you play it.
Nice.
That'd be good.
I think definitely also things like when Barinade does community days. Now, obviously, I am. For better words, I do this full time now. So obviously I stream a minimum of 5 days a week, and I try and stream for a minimum of 8 hours per day.
Damn.
That's what I'm trying to do, and that's why the last 2 days have been the streams and things like that. And the problem is Sundays are one of the days when I class as a work day. And I think I have only not streamed one of Barinade's community days because at the end of the day, once I'm finished, if I then decide I'm done with the stream, the viewers go to Barinade anyway. And chances are the viewers are watching both myself and Barinade, and it helps both of us out for exposure and viewership. And like if I'm streaming with anyone, like for example, Malachi's got a giveaway going on. When we did 7 Days to Die, I just kept plugging his giveaway and telling people to go over to his channel. So the reason that I will still stream people's community days, or the reason I still stream Dungeons and Dragons for Zephyr's campaign, for 2 reasons. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. For 2 reasons that I still stream that. One is doing the D&D campaign was my idea, and we're just doing Zephyr's first because I wasn't sure I'd be able to commit a time to DM.
I appreciate you guys.
Secondly, because it's a great chance for both of us to grow together. And obviously, when we were all streaming it, it was a case of we can now share everyone's channels and try and grow as a community.
Post a picture of your N64. I want to see it. Post it in the Discord. I want to see photos.
And on that, I've actually said that, I'm no longer.
Oh, have a look. Is it resource management?
This campaign, because I sort of just want to. One, it's at least from my perspective, it's Zephyr's thing. It's his campaign. I've already spoken to him and stuff like any future campaigns. I will be streaming.
You guys have changed my life as well. I hope you know.
Because like Zephyr, I want to make D&D a big part of my stream, and that's something for me, something that I want to.
Did I just?
Have you just broken your pen or something?
Oh
no, I've just drawn on my shirt.
Oh god damn it! Oh my god!
It's fine.
Really?
I hate the shirt.
Hey, it's little Zephyr.
You just scared the hell out of me. Are you alright being on live? Are you alright?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you okay with that?
Hello again. She can't hear me. Can
do you want to talk to the podcast? No. Oh, is he? Okay. You done that? Alright.
Tell her that she's amazing.
You're amazing. Alright. Do you like Barinade's dress? Do you like his dress?
He is.
Yeah.
No. Don't mind me. I'm down here. I'm dusting.
I will.
Alright.
Yeah.
Behave yourself.
Say goodbye to the cat now. That scared the hell out of me.
Good.
Because these are sound cancelling, so I didn't hear her open the door. I turned around, she's just there.
So
I apologize.
So yeah, obviously you want to make D&D more a part of it, so you're going to stream in a future campaign. And again, for anyone that's part of future campaigns like my one, I would advertise that you do stream it because it's going to be a bit more chaotic than usual D&D campaigns. And there will definitely be aspects where each person will get to take control of a session, more or less. So there are definite benefits to streaming your perspective of it as well. Even if all 5 screens end up looking the same, I'd still recommend it. But Malachi, again, the question for you that Meta put to Barinade, are there any games that you feel like you'll never get to because you're saving it for stream but never feel like streaming it?
Yes, absolutely yes. I have an entire list of games that I have bought going, you know, I feel like I would enjoy this game. Why not at some point I'll stream it? And it's just been a case of I've just never done it. You know, I bought the Life is Strange ages ago because I love it. I've played it myself. I've played it personally, but I never bothered to stream it. I was going to. I just never got around to it. Things like, where was it? I just looked at it. It was Hydroneer was one. I'm like, oh yeah, this looks fun. Maybe I'll stream it. I haven't touched it. Dragon Age Origins, I was gonna play on stream. Haven't got it installed.
Oh yeah, viewer questions. If you guys have any questions you want me to ask,
on my list,
post in the chat. Let us know. I want to know what you guys want to ask, what you guys want to know.
Let alone set up for stream. And you know, it's and look, I think everybody here can agree. I can be a little bit spontaneous.
Really?
No,
a little bit.
Never.
I was gonna say, coming from the 2 people that know how spontaneous I can be in one day.
I've experienced it firsthand. Yeah, I was definitely. I've never been surprised by anything you've done. I don't know what you're talking about, Malachi, at all.
No, never.
Yeah, you've never done anything to shock me. Not that you've ever planned. Actually, that wasn't spontaneous. That was planned.
That wasn't. That was it was kind of spontaneous. It was more of a case of I'm like, okay, I'm getting this. I'm gonna give that to Walden, and then obviously after that it was like, oh yeah, I was thinking of giving stuff to Barinade, so off I went, gave stuff to Barinade, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll give stuff to Rye as well. Oh yeah, I'll give stuff to Sly as well.
I think it's because like apart from Rye, they just happen to be the people online. You know, Rye was because I know like we went to Rye because she made a thing. I'm glad I didn't go live. And then out of spite, I feel like I was like, right, well then, I know what I'm doing next.
Yeah, I did that out of complete spite. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. And you know, I had a bit of a list in my head, but it wasn't at all like, except for Walden, which I'd sort of been thinking about for a couple of weeks. It wasn't planned. But I do, like, I will, if I see a game that I want and I can afford it, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, you know what, I'll buy it. And if I get around to it, I get around to it. If I don't, then so be it. And again, this goes back to, you know, streaming what I want to stream.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously, add a little bit of, you know, what's gonna be popular. But for the most part, you know, I stream what I want to stream, what I'm having fun streaming. You know, if I happen to play the same game for a week, fucking so be it. I try to be as variety based as possible, but yeah, there are days where I feel like playing a game.
Also,
so
I will say
the game.
On that note about like this sort of like which games you choose to play and whether or not them being popular affects you. Despite what I said about my method, alright, I'm very well aware that for anyone wanting to grow their Twitch channel, alright, because I know that maybe since I have like a bit more viewers and something like that, it sounds like I'm coming from a point of authority or something like that, but that's not true. I'm pretty sure my strategy is very bad for growing, alright? Just keep in mind that this is like very luck-based. The fact that I like Mario 64 and I want to keep running it and that just happens to be a popular game for streaming is like a big thing that people should consider, obviously. When I was running and streaming that a lot, nobody fucking watched that game. Nobody knows what is. Every time I bring up is, people are like, oh, how do you spell that? It's like I-S, that's really why? I've never heard of this. Bizarre game. So mixing it into, you're like doing a little bit of like what's popular, and then like, you know, maybe you have like a pool of games that are really fun, and then you just kind of pick the ones out of those that are popular and you like to enjoy, you know, in the middle of that Venn diagram, then you'll probably grow a lot more anyway. I think like,
yeah,
like what you were talking about, or even like WoW strategy and that sort of thing, that'll lead to a lot more growth if that's what you're valuing. I, however, I'm a stubborn motherfucker, alright? So I'm willing to sacrifice my growth at any cost, right? I'm gonna play like Factorio and resource games.
That's just an Australian trait at this point. That's all of us.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
We're all like that.
I found in regards to, I tested something this week where I don't know if you would have noticed Barinade, and the reason I have to ask this is because you're the person with the other Discord server. I hadn't been posting in the promo section.
Oh, nice. That's, yeah, okay. How's that
For
been?
about a week, I stopped. Today's the first day I reposted back in promo sections. I stopped putting self-promos in Discord. And I tried something else instead, where I changed my go live notification.
The actual little mini one that pops up.
Yeah, the mini one that pops up on your Twitch when you go live.
Okay,
so
what's your...
I had it as fast people click this notification. Then I changed it to attractive people click this notification. And now it is currently set to don't click this notification.
Okay, you're experimenting with that. Do you notice that many people interact with it?
More people jump into the stream early on.
Okay.
I will say on that, there is one thing that's sort of, it was sort of counterproductive to what you were trying to do, because you've still got Streamcord set up.
Yeah, but Streamcord...
So that's that notification going in.
Yeah, that Streamcord is for my Discord. And not everyone that follows my channel is in the Discord. Obviously, because there are people that follow your channels that are in the Discord. Like, there's about 60-odd people in my Discord, in our Discord at the moment. And I have 379 followers. So there's 300 other people that will get that notification from there. And there are people that jump in and watch the stream for 5 minutes because they've seen me posting in promo sections. For, you know, even if it's like bigger streamers' Discords where they just don't care and just everyone posts in there, I still post in that. And so I stopped that for a week to then be able to test how this changing go live notification works. Yeah. And now I'm implementing using both to see how that affects us. Less popular stuff. But going back to the question and answer, mine has been Grand Theft Auto. I've been saving to play Grand Theft Auto on stream, but I've never got around to doing it because I never feel like it, because it's a game that I like playing from there. But speaking of which, there are two people, one above me and one to my left, that are very excited for the new trilogy coming out.
You're also mirrored on my screen.
I was going to say, yeah, it's inverted. You're pointing away.
It's Malachi and the stream chat.
Other way.
Okay,
you
so
need
you
to
guys.
That way.
But now on my stream, it looks
now on your stream.
I would go for the stream.
Go for the stream option, because again, on Barinade's stream, this is how it shows up.
I'm super excited.
Wait, Barinade, you're down there now?
I have moved. I'm down here
earlier.
Oh my god!
That's right. All this hype about the remastered GTA trilogy.
And I don't give a fuck about it.
Zephyr doesn't give a fuck about it. Barinade didn't even know. I had to tell Barinade about it.
I didn't know.
The other day. Like, weeks after it had been announced.
I'll tell a mini story. So, okay, I forget when this happened, but I was in, I think, Waz chat or something off my, off stream hours. Or what? I don't remember where this was, but we were talking about favorite games and favorite franchises. Because I was asking what your favorite game is and what your favorite franchise is. Because for me, those two answers are very, very different. Like, none of my favorite games would appear in my top 5. Oh, sorry, none of my favorite franchises would have a game that appears in the top 5, I think. And then my individual favorite games, none of those franchises appear either. Because I've got, Iz at the very top, but I haven't played any of the other Iz games, so I can't put that franchise up there. Legend of Zelda has some hit and miss games. Some are great, some are not so great, stuff like that. Mario as well, so those franchises don't get buffed that high. But the one game series that I've played since I was a kid, that I've loved every single entry in. I've never played a game in this franchise where I've been like, that game was meh. Every game I've loved to some degree, and that's Grand Theft Auto. When I was a little kid, I played Grand Theft Auto 3, and Vice City at my uncle's house. Then later, on my own, once I was old enough, I bought San Andreas, I think, and I played all those, like, to the end, 100%, every mission, all the extra stuff. I was on my little shitty Windows XP laptop, making in Windows Media Player, I was recording, like, GTA Vice City stunt videos that I never published anywhere, but I made them with my little brother, and we would, like, I would put music to them and stuff, and just didn't upload them anywhere. Then, I remember Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, and that was the one that, like, I sunk hundreds of hours into in high school when I played that. That came out, the expansions, like The Lost and the Damned, Ballad of Gay Tony, amazing expansion. They were so good. I love those so much. I played them through it like multiple times over. And then 5 I had a little bit less time for because I was like working and doing uni and stuff like that, but I still love that game. So the fact that like Vice City 3 and San Andreas I think are all getting remastered edition, I am 100% playing through those, and I'm probably gonna do them on stream as well because I love that game franchise. I love it so much.
Yeah, we're doing it on stream as well. We're going to be racing them.
Oh, okay. Are you guys like
we're doing it
as
we're going to do it, well, kind of. We're going to do it as multi-Twitch, but we're going to see how quickly we can do 100% on all three, but without skipping cuts.
Okay.
We're still playing the game normally, but we're going to see
again.
who
I'll
does
clarify on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll clarify on that. We're not skipping the cutscene the first time we see it. If we have to rewatch the cutscene, we are skipping it then.
Okay.
I think my issue is I'm just fucking bored of Rockstar at this point.
the thing is, I get that. Like,
I get that. Yeah,
I do, because like, you know, GTA 5, I've lost interest in it, purely because it's just all online stuff now. And I think, again, it's going to hit a bit different for me than it will with the rest of you guys, because I know I'm not that much older, but I'm old enough that I could play GTA 3 earlier than you guys. So for me, playing those games, I was playing them brand new. And admittedly, I was a kid. My mum let me play these games at any age. Like, my mum didn't care. So, you know, I played all these games like pretty much brand new or things like that. So for me, I then never went back to those games. So when GTA 4 came out, I loved it. I loved the expansions, but I didn't spend as much time as I did exploring the original Liberty City, the original Vice City, the original San Andreas. You know, and then obviously GTA 4 came out that completely remodeled Liberty City. And as much as I love the gameplay from that, the fact that they did that ruined it for me. And the same with GTA 5. They, you know, you're back in San Andreas or Los Santos as it is, but it's not the same. Like, you know, it's not the game that we've fallen in love with back then. So as soon as, and then Red Dead Redemption 2 being a prequel to the first one, again, didn't interest me as much. I think I played it for about 2 hours. But the fact that this trilogy, you know, this was the groundbreaking trilogy of games for 3D modeled for Rockstar, and to see how much the differences are on the visual aspects of it, and also apparently having GTA 5 style controls, it's such a big enough change that it makes me want to.
I think the thing for me is, and again, this is very much my opinion, Rockstar have fallen from grace. And I'm not talking about the online, I'm not talking about monetization, and I'm not talking about morality, because I know, Barinade, you said, I'm not sure if it was, I think it was this week, you were actually talking to Ray, I think you were playing Factorio at the time, like, you don't let the morality of a company dictate what you play, which I think is...
I think
like,
there's a level of separation.
I only heard it in part, yeah, but, you know, you don't let it have as big of an impact as other people do.
Actually, to clarify that, I guess, since we're on the podcast and this is going to be like published and whatever, I think my actual stance is more so it depends on actually what it is that's happening, or what it is that's like what the controversy is, if there is a controversy. Because certain things I don't think I personally have as much of a stake in, and certain things are way more deal breakers for me. Like, I personally am off Blizzard. Fuck Blizzard games. I used to play World of Warcraft all the time, never touching that game again. I'm off those guys or whatever. So stuff like that, it depends on what it is. It depends on what it is.
Yeah. Well, apologies for misquoting.
That's okay.
But the thing for me is, and obviously I'm the youngest one here. I'm probably the youngest like streamer in the community, and you know we joke about that, and that's fine. But even I can see that like
that's not what we joke about.
That what? Shut
I mean, we joke about the fact
they're
that we missed the dad on stream.
They're used. Even I can see there used to be a saying in the industry: the next generation of games doesn't happen until Rockstar says so. And for a long time, I think that was true, because you know, like GTA 5 came out right as we were transitioning from the PS3 and the 360 to the PS4 and the Xbox One. And I completely get what you're saying about GTA 5 Born, but we have to admit that game changed the open world. And that game did something very big, and it introduced a lot of people to what open world games can do. The issue is, other than Red Dead Redemption 2, they haven't released a new game since GTA 5. They've just been releasing the remaster of Bully. They re-released LA Noire as a VR thing. I want Rockstar to go back to making new and interesting things. The remasters are fine. Yeah. And I want to talk about remasters, because speaking of Life is Strange, there's a remake of Life is Strange, and they're remastering that, and it's bullshit. But, like, the remasters are fine. They're going to make money. You're going to have people like who are very nostalgic for that.
3 years, 2
months.
But
I want Rockstar to, like, what are Rockstar working on next? Because they've moved GTA to the new generation of consoles.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing next other than re-releasing games they've already made?
And this is, I've got the same issue with Bethesda. Now, in fairness, they've at least since released, Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, and was there one more?
No. There was, I think. Yeah.
No, but they've got one coming out. The space one is coming out.
Yes, they've got, but they're focusing on new games, and they have finally confirmed Elder Scrolls 6.
Mm-hmm.
The problem I have is that I don't need, and I'm guilty of playing Skyrim on like 5 different platforms, but I don't need that. I don't need it. As much as I love Skyrim, and ironically, I hated Skyrim when it first came out, because I'm someone with the mentality, and this is it's kind of an unfortunate thing, but I get really annoyed when I hear popular games, because the hype around them kills the game for me. I sit there going, everybody's talking about this, and frankly it's giving me the shits. I don't want to play it. It took me the better part of 3, 4, maybe even 5 years before I even bought Skyrim. I loved it. Yeah. It's a brilliant game, and I love Bethesda's games.
Don't play Undertale for that reason.
But that hype killed it for me. But again, I don't need.
Are you planning on it or no?
These games, re-released on all these different platforms. I need, or I should say, I want, as a player, something new, something more, something. Grand Theft Auto Online. I'm sorry, there is only so much content you can add to that.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not that good. It's not that good that you need to keep pouring all your resources into this.
But that's
make something new.
But this is the thing, Rockstar. But that's the issue now. Rockstar won't, because
But on the flip side of that argument is that GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, all 3 games are now old enough to deserve a remaster. All 3 of them.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's why I'm happy. If they did this 5 years ago, I probably wouldn't be excited about it. But it's been long enough now that these games were out on the PlayStation 2 to now be available again.
That's 3 consoles ago.
Yeah, that for me, that's as good as new content.
I'm gonna give it a super flip side to that as well. All right. Continuing on from that, there's a new generation of people, new generation of gamers who've never played those games, and let's be real, GTA 3, GTA Vice City, San Andreas, better than most games out right now. Anyway, and on top of that, fuck GTA 6. I want them to remake GTA 4. I want Nico, my cousin, made in higher definition. Remake all of it. I just look, I'm a speedrunner. I'm okay with playing the same game over and over again. If a game is good, remake it every 3 years. Do it, alright? It's better than most of the garbage that gets put out anyway. I'm down to keep replaying the same games over and over. I know not everybody else, and I totally understand that it's a total lack of creative direction, whatever. But there's some masterpieces out there that I wouldn't mind seeing remade every few years,
I mean, it's
and
it's the same as how,
on that. Go on, Morgan.
it's the same as like how World of Warcraft, and again, obviously, we're not going to talk about Blizzard as a company, but we'll talk about World of Warcraft as a product.
We can talk about Blizzard as a company if you like. I got some stuff to say, but
not right now. No, maybe next time.
That's up to you.
But World of Warcraft as a product, before obviously all the controversy happened, was, you know, they were still making money. They had monthly subscriptions. You had, you know, to be able to play the game, you then were able to purchase extra stuff like mounts and things like that. And instead of creating something new, what did they do? They go, hey, we're going to bring out WoW Classic. So you can go back and experience the game again before the expansions came out. And then we will re-release the expansions on Classic as time goes on for another subscription cost.
Okay,
now
I have some annoying shit with that, but I'll tell you about that later.
I was going to say, somebody who's done the same thing. Now, admittedly... Okay, RuneScape. The new stuff in RuneScape, like new RuneScape 3, basically. There are certain parts I like, there are certain parts I hate. But as somebody...
Oh, Yakuza games.
Who,
yeah. Yakuza's good.
Grade
I need to play through that series.
Was sitting around in the library with my friends. Oh, whoa, that is a very interesting screen we're seeing right now. Love those save changes. As somebody who sat there as a kid in the library with a bunch of my friends just playing RuneScape, we're having a great time.
That's wholesome.
To see old school RuneScape released, it's, for me, very much the same as Grand Theft Auto Vice City and San Andreas. Not so much 3. I personally didn't enjoy 3 as much, but it's the same as Vice City and San Andreas for me. It's that nostalgia trip. It's that reminiscence of, you know, where all this came from. Now, I hate that, personally, I hate that dungeoneering is not a thing in old school RuneScape. I'm not sure if it is yet or not, but at least as of the last time I played it, it's not a thing in old school RuneScape. I really enjoy the dungeoneering
the game, beautiful living world of the game.
But I hate...
Is it like Shenmue? I didn't like Shenmue. I personally like Shenmue. Is it like Shenmue?
The combat system of
I think it's better,
RuneScape
right?
3. I love the classic combat system because instead of earning a set XP for killing something, which means, you know, the higher level stuff, I can go into, on RuneScape 3, I can go into like a level 1 dungeon basically, kill a bunch of little cockroaches and get 30 XP.
Because Shenmue was like, go from point A to point B to point C to point D to point E to point F. It was fucking stupid, right? They led you like a breadcrumb trail. You're like, oh, talk to that lady over there. Oh, talk to that butcher down the street. Talk to that person over there. It was sour. I didn't like that. That was so boring.
XP. It's not worth that extra effort when I can sit there.
That's not even what I had an issue with, like,
a bunch of
Shenmue. It's like just
cockroaches.
Like exploration.
In old school RuneScape,
like that was just super annoying. I just couldn't handle that. I hated that. It was so annoying.
4 XP.
The world was so nice and big, and it's a shame. Alright.
So you earn XP.
I love the vibe of the world, but the way it had you go around was like super.
Even if you were to then not
that's fine. That's not that unpopular.
Or, you know, have to run or
that's probably
die.
That's probably
You've
like
still
pretty
put in effort. You've still earned that amount of XP.
But also, you guys are free to play whatever games you want. I won't judge you for playing Blizzard games. You know, if you guys want to play World of Warcraft or Overwatch or whatever, that's totally fine. I don't have anything against that.
As a combat system. So, you know, depending on what it is, and obviously, Blizzard is just Blizzard, but you know. For certain people who especially grew up with that sort of thing, it's understandable why a company would want to give you that nostalgia trip.
Yeah, I don't think my issue is with the remake. Like that's fine. I see why they're doing it. The issue is the fact that Rockstar has fuck you money. Rockstar's been making billions of GTA 5 for nearly a decade,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And people are going back. Like, why?
Yeah,
It's
and that
not
so
good.
right, because I've been doing some research. So GTA 4 came out 2008, right?
Was
The
that? I
first
bought it
trailer
new.
for-
Was that long ago? Oh
yeah,
my
it was
god.
2008. The first trailer we got for GTA 5 came out in 2011, 3 years after. 3 years after that, GTA 5 releases. GTA 5 got, I believe, 5 trailers. Ironic, but there we go. Ever since then, the only game we've had released is Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I don't know when the trailers for Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, but Red Dead 2017. Thank you. So that was 3 years after that, and then Red Dead Redemption released in 2019, I believe.
That's not your.
Oh no, announced
your
2017, trailer 2018, release 2019.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, my
I was
thing
going to say GTA 5 was actually in 2013, not.
Was
Oh
it
yeah, GTA 5 was 2013.
was it 2030? Oh,
That
I've been
long
lied
ago?
to then.
What?
I've been lied to then. Oh, it was Polygon.
It only feels like it was a few years
it was
ago.
Polygon, that's why.
Just as a question before we carry this on, is anyone up for? So I've had someone that's just jumped into my chat, asking about reacting to a piece of music that's been dropped today by their cousin. But obviously, it's just been there. I can't see any
Self promotion on our podcast. I mean, it's your podcast, so it's up to you.
I mean, as I say, I'm going to play it on the stream once we finish this topic. So if anyone wants to get it up and watch it, Malachi Zephyr, I don't know how you'd feel, Barinade, because you'll be doing it. But just for after when we finish this discussion.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd be down. Yeah. But, like, the thing for me is, I completely respect the remake of these 3 games. I can see the reason for them doing it. I think it's a little bit shitty that you can't get the older versions, but that's whatever.
True, you can not respect. You can shit on them. Go for it. Go wild.
No,
I love hot takes.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Is like, I played San Andreas on the old on the older version with a load of mods.
Yeah, man. I'm not going to be reacting to it.
Get this
not,
new
not me
like
personally.
people can no longer get that older version and get that mods, and Rockstar and Take-Two especially, because most of my issues with Take-Two, I'll say that on the forefront, but they've cracked down on modding, and they've made modding a lot harder than it was in the past because of how GTA 5 was made. So I can see why they've made this, but I don't see, with the amount of money Rockstar have made, that we're not even getting a trailer for whether it's a new IP or a new release, like an LA Noire 2, something like that, maybe, or a new IP or whatever. And like, we've not even heard anything. This is all that's been put out, and making this remake would take a lot of money. They would take a lot of money, because you're taking something from 3 generations ago and bringing it up.
Yeah.
But Rockstar have got that money in spades, and they're just not working, and that's my issue. They're not working on anything new and like anything fresh, because I agree that this will feel like a new game for a lot of people, but it is still San Andreas. It is still the same
I've got a point.
story. It is still all that.
You know what you just reminded me of? You reminded me of a game company that I hate, alright? That I take big issue with, that's annoyed me, alright? Fucking Nintendo, alright?
Oh
Okay.
no, okay.
As far as remakes are concerned, holy shit. They just keep porting the same bullshit, worse and worse, every console generation, hiding behind paywalls that increase every time. There are so many things that were available on the Wii Virtual Console that then weren't available on the Wii U one, and then a bunch of stuff from there, not available on the Switch one, and now it's locked behind a paywall and stuff like that. Now, if you want to play Super Mario 64 legally, you can't buy All-Stars, by the way, which doesn't have any, like, major issues and stuff like that. That was a limited release for some reason. I don't know why it can't be a digital release. That doesn't make any sense to me. Artificial scarcity, what? They've got the ROM that you can download because it is a ROM, running in their shitty emulator with like a shit ton of input lag on their proprietary controller, on the Joy-Cons and stuff. If you want to have the C buttons mapped, one of them is mapped like in a really weird way. You have to hold like the Z trigger and then also a button or something like that. It blows my mind how badly they keep re-releasing these things and putting absolutely no effort. At least Rockstar is like remaking these games. It would be nice to see Mario 64 remake. And not just like we changed the font is like improved in All Stars, which will be only available for 1 year.
It's a brighter color, Barinade. It's a brighter color.
It's a bright color.
It's a remake.
Ocarina of Time also got down to super like way. Mario's just like, okay, that's like input lag, and it's the same game. Ocarina of Time got down to super dirty. Oh my god, it's not emulated properly. The fog doesn't load properly like that. There's a lot of cutscenes and stuff that don't render correctly, like where Ganon is completely visible. You can see the Deku Tree at places that you can't normally. It's just bizarre. I don't know. They put like no effort into that stuff, and then they just like ship it out. It's like, oh, this would be like $80 per year or something like that. Which you could be like, oh, well, you're getting a lot of games for like $80 and stuff like that. But you're getting like a shitty version of those games. So,
and not only that, to buy it, you have to buy it annually. You cannot buy it monthly.
Yeah, you can't buy it outright. Which you used to be able to do. Up until now, that was
is,
always a thing.
All the regular Nintendo Switch Online, you can do monthly. As soon as you want to have that extra stuff, annual. And it has to be annual. It's like, I'm not paying that money for a year.
Do you guys remember when you used to be able to buy a Nintendo game and then you owned it?
I know, right? It's ridiculous.
I don't remember those days. This is long gone. Oh, and
Even
also...
I remember those days.
Okay, another big one, okay? I'm super into Super Smash Bros. Melee. I follow that as an esport and stuff like that. That game has never been re-released on anything. No virtual console, nothing. It was sold on the GameCube, out of production. There's tournaments that keep getting held for that game that keep getting shut down by Nintendo. Like, oh, no, sorry, we don't want you playing our game and stuff like that, you know, whatever. But there's no... Like, oh, they're saying, oh, people are using emulators and stuff, which they're not, but they're, like, claiming that people are playing on an emulator and stuff like that. There is no legal way to buy that game new. It's impossible. You have to buy, like, a ridiculously expensive old copy if you want to play it anywhere. There's no re-releases, and they're, like, shutting down events and stuff like that. It's fucked. Yep. It's fucked.
Right. We'll get off of this because people are getting quite heated. I'm gonna play the song on my stream.
I'm gonna listen in.
Get it, let's get heated!
This is by a gentleman called, I'm assuming a gentleman, apologies if I got that wrong, called Arden Jones. It's called Either Way, and it was released today. This person's got about 6,000 subscribers on YouTube.
We don't make it
small content creator for YouTube.
I don't think we want to remake. I think we want to re-release.
And I've just read through some of the lyrics to make sure there's no against terms of service words, and there's not. So, I'm going to play this up on my stream, and we're going to then just see what you guys think. Obviously, you guys will have a bit of delay.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely listen to it just to make sure.
Alright, I'm gonna go get a tea refill and I'll be right back.
Cool.
Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm gonna go tea sip and I'll be right back. Okay, hold on. Do I put a back in a moment thing? Do I do this? Do you guys want this? I'll do this for a second. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, don't go anywhere.
Okay. So do you know what? For someone random jumping into the stream asking to react to that, I was actually pleasantly impressed.
That was incredible. I fucking love that.
That was, I think, I like listening to that, and obviously I had a bit of an advantage because I put the video up as well. So I tried not to watch the video as much as things. I think the only thing I didn't like with it is that the singer's own voice was like the backing vocals that reverberated. For me, for just my style of music, but the song was amazing. Lyrics were great. The music taste was like, and it's not my style of music either, and I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah. No.
I am a huge hater for new music. I am a huge hater for it.
Dude, what the hell?
I found myself involuntarily bopping my head to that.
I had that
I
as
did
well.
it from the very beginning. My head just started bopping when I realized
that is amazing. That because I am very, very picky with new music.
Wait, hold on. Let me fix this. Pop out.
That was really good.
Yeah, last name good fan. You have definitely brought across someone that I'm definitely going to be checking out more of their music for. I put the link to the song in my chat as well for anyone that wants to listen to it in their own time and check out some more of this person. This person's amazing.
I have already subscribed.
So have I. So last name good fan. If you could jump into our Discord as well, there is a random link.
I mean, it's kind of toxic.
So whenever there's new releases, please feel free to jump in that Discord, share them there, because I vibe.
That's not why people play Melee.
I am a rock metal alternative person.
That's a really overly simplistic
I enjoyed that.
That's a Melee hater
Can I just say, it's also a nice change.
I feel like you can like
from
the other Smash games and still appreciate the unique stuff that Melee has to offer.
It, for me, felt like there was a strong message.
Even if the players behaving badly at tournaments and other events, there was some Melee's worst of all.
Bunch of
That's true.
Shaking their ass for a camera.
What did you do? I have no idea. I don't know what I did.
But that is what new music has turned into. There is so much less focus on that message.
The players are intense.
Yeah, we are. That
also, Ryan, how are you
was
doing?
Fucking amazing.
That was really good.
I am very much.
It's a real hot take. It might be. It might be.
So,
and Gusty, if it's not a fan of the style, I completely get that.
I think I fixed whatever that issue was.
For me, I'm not a fan of the style either, but I did really enjoy it. So yeah, your cousin's done some real good work there.
It's definitely a song where even if it's not your thing, you can still respect it for what it is, which you can't get with every song.
Oh, and also as well, to anyone else, yes, you can hear fireworks in the background. In the UK, we celebrate what's called Bonfire Night. And what this is, it's basically because someone tried to commit an act of terrorism back centuries ago that got thwarted by trying to blow up the Houses of Parliament using gunpowder. So
we talk about that for a second because we celebrate that with a load of explosions.
Yeah, we celebrate that in the UK with a load of explosive fireworks and a big bonfire pit.
Happy Bonfire Night.
Yeah, that's today. It's Bonfire Night today. I forgot that was the case. Because there's a park like just over there.
Good timing.
You guys will hear fireworks for the next couple
of
days.
There's a school literally down that road that I used to go to. They're setting some off right now.
Last name Wood fan, are you still here? Because I'd love to hear what your response to our reaction was.
Honestly, that's an incredible bit of music.
Yeah.
I legitimately just found myself closing my eyes because that's what I do when I listen. I'll like try and zone out. I legitimately just sort of closed my eyes, and I didn't realize I did this, but I sort of opened my eyes and I'm leaning back in my chair. Like that, I think that's definitely something I'm gonna listen to again, and like listen to it whilst like I'm working through something or I'm writing something.
There's part of me, the streamer in me is going, hey, can we use that for our streams? Can we, that's the
pay for the license.
Like, somebody had to say it.
Like, I will pay for these guys to get the license. I'll pay for it. This is what I do.
We're getting some official music up in here.
All jokes aside, very well done.
Son of a bitch, you fucking idiot.
What happened?
What just happened?
What has Missy done? What has Missy done?
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the power of my cat.
I was gonna say, what the hell?
Because I was just doing something, so I missed it. So I'm now watching Barinade stream because it's that delayed.
Oh my god! Oh wow.
Missy?
Oh, maybe it's not that delayed.
I think you might have already missed it. That scared the fuck
Someone
out of
will
me.
clip it.
Yeah.
Somebody will clip it.
Somebody get the
Yeah,
clip.
somebody clip that for me, please. Oh no, it happened. There it is. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Wait, how is it that
Barinade
delayed?
stream is that delayed?
Oh my god, it's even paused.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, I
so-
was gonna say there's no
It's not-
way you could have missed that.
Holy moly.
That was
no way.
so loud. What happened, Malachi?
I'll get back to you on that.
I have a fun topic idea, but
Oh, yeah.
it's just an idea, and I'm just gonna throw it out there as like a, that's a funny idea. Let's not talk about that. But what is
Cannibalism?
Cannibalism. What I would ask, what is your hottest take?
Ooh. Okay.
Oh.
I'm not afraid of making people angry, but I
The Barinade's a shit streamer.
True.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
True.
Keep stop.
Oh
Fuck
my
off.
god. That speaks a lot about the people who are watching this stream right now.
Yeah, you all got bad taste. Alright. I actually need to think about this because I've got a couple. Which one do I want to out myself for?
Make some people mad. I make people mad all the
Yeah.
time on my stream, I think.
That's
I
the
think
thing, is that I came into this podcast saying if there's a heated conversation, I'm not going to, like, shy away from it.
Ooh, okay.
I'm
I
a
love
very
it.
opinionated bastard.
Same. I think it's fun to
Sorry,
argue.
for those who missed it, I just took a camera to the face
To the face.
because she is going fucking ballistic.
What's happening?
So I've got Walden. Do you remember
The 5th of November, gunpowder treason and plot. We see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Also, we got the clip. Thank you, Meta.
Thank you, Sam Walker, for posting that 'cause I couldn't remember it all. Also, my microphone on my stream, you guys are going to hear a lot of fireworks for the next 15 minutes.
Woohoo! Let's go!
Love it. So Walden, do you remember when I, in one of my rage moments, smashed my hand on my desk, and it
Yes.
was so loud that I got the message from my mother going, "What the fuck was that?"
Yes, I remember that.
That was the metal plates that sit on the back of this desk. I have since removed those plates and put them in a in the closet that's actually the inbuilt closet that sits on the other side of this desk. Missy has managed to open that closet, get in behind those plates, and go so fucking ballistic that she's knocked these two metal plates over and onto
moly.
the camera. She then, as I'm picking these up, bolted back through, knocked the camera over, and hit me in the face with it.
This man is getting attacked by a Rube Goldberg machine. Jesus Christ. Hope you're okay.
Oh, Zephyr or Malachi, can one of you two just message Ruby and ask if he's still up for Minecraft later?
Yep,
Fuck
I will.
no.
I will do that. I will do that.
Well, I
sometime.
can't do it because otherwise you guys will see all my DMs to people, and there's some of those
Yeah,
that I
we'll-
definitely don't want you guys to see.
We'll see the nipple pic.
Hey, £30 nipple pick, just saying.
If anyone needs £30, let me know.
I do.
Also, actually, Malachi, I think you were standing up while I asked my question, so I'll pose it to you as well in case you're interested. What is your hottest take? Zephyr was thinking about it earlier.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
How do you
well,
think
'cause
about
mine, like, my go-to is Nintendo's a shit company, but apparently that's not a hot take anymore.
No, it's not. That's the problem.
That has grown a lot over the last few years.
And I have to be very careful answering this question. And again, I'm not saying, I'm not going to put this down to a generation thing because, again, like even people 3 years younger than me have different mentalities to like how I do. But it's also like I was raised in a very older generation style. I was raised by a lot elderly people, like grandparents.
Mhm.
So a lot of my hot takes are things that I shouldn't be saying on the internet.
Oh,
Yes,
are
he
they
is,
Twitch
that
TOS
way.
takes? Oh, okay.
Yes,
damn.
he is. He is down.
No, not Twitch TOS takes. Just I could get
Yeah, no.
cancelled takes.
Yeah.
You can get
because
cancelled
not
takes.
because I
Let's
believe
get
in them.
cancelled.
Yeah, not because I believe in them or mean them
Okay.
anymore, but these are things like growing up, they were hot takes for me. And obviously, when I was growing up, it was still the 90s, which I know it obviously isn't that far away, but yeah.
Damn. alright.
I mean,
I'm ready to get cancelled.
see, that depends on how you define hot take.
Yeah, I think what you think is a hot take, and then we'll see the reaction from everyone else.
You just internally what you think most people would disagree with, I think.
I've got most people disagree. Right, yeah.
I can start with mine if everybody still thinks
Yeah,
about
go
theirs.
with it. Go with it.
Yeah,
Alright.
start with yours, because I've got to think about that.
Interstellar is a shit movie, alright? Horribly overrated. Came out similar time to Gravity. Gravity is way better. Interstellar, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Bad acting, alright? Bad characters, bad story. Music was overdone. Visual effects were in your face. It was meant to be like super duper emotional. It was cheesy. Alright, I couldn't get into it, alright? I thought it was really bad. But that movie is critically acclaimed. Everyone loves it. Letterboxd reviews, like, everyone gives it 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was terrible. I thought Gravity was way better. And people say that Gravity is like the less, it's like, oh, it's less interesting, it's slower paced or whatever. That is way more like how I feel like space actually is. It's silent, it's chill, there's not much going on. You kind of get in your own head and go a little bit crazy maybe, just being that far away from the Earth and stuff. Gravity did it way better. Interstellar was way worse, alright? That's my hot take. That might not be
interesting.
Interesting.
Alright, okay. No, I can see why you would say that. No, yeah, okay.
But everyone who's seen both movies, who I've told that to, has argued with me about that. Because I think
see, I like Interstellar and Gravity for very different reasons, which is why I can understand both sides of that argument.
Right, really quickly, whilst you're doing the movie talk, I need to go use the bathroom. So carry on.
I wasn't gonna go.
I don't do much with movies.
I wasn't gonna go too deep into it, but I can see why you would say that, Barinade. And whilst like, I personally think neither movie for me is like top of the line. Like, neither of those are on the level of the Green Mile. So, but I can see why you'd say that, you know. I think that's... No, I can see that. What's my hot take?
I also have this might sound weird. I have a lot of hot takes that I would like to have, but I can't make them because I don't have the experience yet. So one that I would want to say, but I don't know if it's true.
Message me one. Message. DM me one right now. Go on. I want to know.
Well, I can just say it.
Just DM it to me. I mean, if you want to say it, go for it.
He's gonna say it. He was literally about to say it.
None of the. I'm happy to put all my takes out there. I don't think I have any takes that are like actually terrible or anything like that. So that's why I'm not afraid of like anything that'll come from this. And a lot of it's like media related. Like I would want to say, oh, Super Mario 64 is the best Mario game, but I haven't played every Mario game, and I haven't even played Odyssey, so I don't think I can make that statement, obviously. But that's like that would be a fun one to have because I feel like people would argue a lot about that.
No, you know what? I brought one up on Queen's stream, and while I was there for it, Pokemon's a boring franchise these days.
Wait, these days? I'm making it lukewarm.
Yeah, see, that's the key point right there. These days,
I would say they haven't made like the mainstream Pokemon games. Like I enjoy Generation 4 a lot, but it's not an interesting game.
That's a lukewarm
take.
I'm gonna give you a hotter take.
I would say like they haven't made a fucking interesting game since Pokemon Yellow.
Okay, I'm gonna counter your take with a hotter take. Ready?
Alright.
And it's on the same theme. Pokemon Go is the best Pokemon game. that's gonna cause some.
I don't honestly agree with you on that one because they did something interesting with Pokemon which they haven't done for fucking years. Where's the fucking like Pokemon Snap? Why the fuck did they remake Pokemon Snap and not give us some like the next Pokemon Ranger? Pokemon Dungeon, I will let pass because they did something interesting and different. But Pokemon's a fucking boring franchise that Nintendo haven't done anything interesting with.
True. You know what? I agree with you. Let's go. I'm down to sync with you. I'm on this ship.
So how much have you guys said to get me cancelled?
I've just said that like they haven't apart from a few exceptions, they haven't made an interesting Pokemon game since Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, the year Gusty, how's it going to see you?
Ruby, sorry, subscribing with tier 1 for their 4th month. Happy birthday.
Hello,
happy half birthday. But hey, how you doing?
I know we had this discussion on Queen's stream but yeah, Pokemon apart from it I'd say they haven't made a mainstream interesting game since fucking Pokemon Yellow.
That's fair.
And like, you know, Pokemon Go, interesting because they did something new, like with the whole like AR thing. Where the fuck is the next Pokemon Ranger game? Where the fuck, like, you know, it took them forever to release a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Why the fuck did we get a Pokemon Snap remake when that game's boring as shit? And I'm someone who loves photo modes and that shit.
Dang, let's go.
Like, where's the fucking filters? Where's the different angles? You're on a single track.
True.
This is what typical what is it? Gen Z? Gen Xer? Gen Z? I don't know.
I think
I'm too much for boomer.
I think all
typical young person wanting filters on their camera.
I think
not even that. Like I could fucking post some of the pictures. Middle-earth Shadow of War. One of the most fun things I've done in that game is the photo mode, because you get different stuff with that. Pokemon Snap is shit. They need a new Pokemon Ranger. They need to focus more on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. There hasn't been a mainstream Pokemon game that's been interesting since Generation 1, and that's coming from someone who loves Generation 4. It's shit. It's boring. Give me something new.
So in regards to obviously Pokemon Go is a thing which is made by a company called Niantic. Niantic is the company that made the very popular game Ingress, which is an absolutely amazing game based on geolocation for being able to capture points. Very interactive. But another game they released was
that's a
Harry Potter
Wizards I agree. Unite. I think that's true, Jazzy. Yeah.
And for anyone that has played it or is in the process of thinking of playing it, I wouldn't, because they're shutting down the servers as of January. Because Harry Potter Wizards Unite had a story. The story has run its course. They will be shutting down the servers in January, just in case anyone's not aware.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo just needs to give their franchises to new people, because they don't know how to make it. Nintendo isn't a company that knows how to make games. They know how to make money.
There's some people there who know how to make pretty good stories, I think.
I mean, I was about to say, if you're saying that if you're gonna hate on a company for being able to make money,
I've already
make a company.
I'll fucking hate on any of them. Like I think I'm with you in Blizzard and shit. I'll fucking hate on any company. I loved Watch Dogs Legion, but fuck Ubisoft.
Yeah.
I'm scared. This is why I didn't take the Raid Shadow Legends sponsor, because Raid is shit. It's a shit game.
I'm so glad I'm not sponsored by them anymore.
This is why I didn't say anything while you were sponsored. But after, I was like, yeah, Raid is a shit game. Stop fucking taking sponsors.
I'll take any sponsor. I'll be honest. I'm a
back on Pokemon. I like, and again, this is a case for me of the story. Obviously, you look at Pokemon. What were the original ones? Red, Blue, Yellow.
Red, Blue, Yellow, and then Green.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah.
But Green was Japanese only, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah. So Red, Blue, Yellow, and then I don't know what Gen 2 was.
Gen 2 was Gold, Silver, and then Crystal.
Silver, and Platinum. Oh, Crystal. Wait, which one was Platinum?
Platinum 4.
Because then you had Gen 3, which was Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Gen 4, which was Diamond, Pearl, Platinum.
What the fuck is Pokemon Green?
So, and it's been a while since I've looked.
I can show you a screenshot. You want to see a screenshot of Pokemon Green?
I enjoyed.
This is Pokemon Green.
Like, the original for me was.
This is your starter Pokemon, right?
Ruby. That was the first one that I.
That's the starter Pokemon.
So, but I found that
actual screenshot.
Yeah, every single one of those games is exactly the same. They're exactly the same. The only difference is, and even it's not much different, is the story that they're trying to tell. So, as far as that go, like, we don't really need, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Let's be honest.
We don't need any more Pokemon, right? It's over. Stop Pokemon.
Soul Silver.
Cancel the
They're
series.
just remakes. They're just remakes at this point. Sword and Shield. I've already.
Alright, have a good one, you busy.
What's that?
I think they got all of them because in the Western world we got Yellow after Red and Blue,
yes.
But the actual original releases were Red and Green. Blue is the Western release, Green was the Japanese release, and I think Japanese got all of them.
Japan was the only one to get Green, and they did get all of them. But yes, like, all those games are the same. We don't need remakes of Ruby and Sapphire and Gold and Silver, things like that.
In my opinion, is to push the formula, to push the graphics, to get to the point where the battles in game.
Again, I've already expressed the issue that I have with
interesting.
Sword and Shield, which is the wild area. Now, yes, I love that they've created a system where you can catch many, many, many more of
different types of Pokemon and even some of the older Gen 1 Pokemon. I love that. But it's dumbed down. It's like who was that? I was having a conversation with someone about the dumbing down of the Fallout games. You know,
I think we had that conversation.
It was somebody else. It was before that, but I've had that conversation with you since. But you know, people like the older Fallout games were, you know, you'd have to actually walk up to people and ask questions and actually figure out where the fuck you're going. Now you go, oh look, I see a waypoint. I have to go there. There's no effort to actually figure out where the fuck you need to go. It's literally, I start here, I talk to the person with the marker on their head, and then the marker moves, and I follow the marker. I'm chasing a fucking marker around everywhere I go. That's literally game. Like
now, you say this, like, and again, I'll do another game series which is like that, but I'm absolutely in love with, and will always be in love with it, and that's the Fable series.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on the games because I love Skyrim. I've said it, I love Skyrim, but there needs to be. I think people.
I'm hating. I'm a hater. I'm hating.
People need to go back to that. The origin of it, of, you know, a game where you actually need to put some effort in. You know, games that actually make you work for that reward. And then when you get that reward, you feel like you've actually accomplished something other than chasing a fucking blip around the map.
Yeah. And this is something I will give Fallout 76, because like Fallout 76 is slowly starting to become No Man's Sky, in that it's slowly starting to redeem itself over many, many updates over many, many years. I have been around Fallout 76. In fact, like, I wrote a script for a video that I was going to make about Fallout 76 back way before when I was still back in sixth form. The world of Fallout 76 is incredible and it's very well signposted. And like, I could get through a lot of that game without needing a compass, and I think this is the thing we need to get. Some people are going to want those compasses, some people are not. So what is stopping you from signposting a few things and having difficulty options, like not just hidden away in the options, you know, under 5 different options? Oh, do you want to have the compass? Have it at the beginning of the game. What difficulty do you want? Do you want to have the compass? Do you want to have this? I am all for games having difficulty settings, because it's a big talk in the Dark Souls community, because there was this whole talk of giving Dark Souls, Demon Souls easy mode. And a lot of the community got riled up because, oh, you know, the game isn't built for that, it's meant to be difficult. The issue I have is, if you don't have these difficulty settings, you are gating away part of your audience. The people that want a harder Fallout game, they're not gonna get that. You have to fucking mod in a load of shit to make it even remotely more difficult. Or, you know, I will give Fallout 4 survival mode made Fallout a lot more interesting.
Barinade, we're not talking about monster fucking.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Barinade is basically pulling a me during D&D campaigns.
Yes, that is exactly what Barinade is doing.
Yeah.
That's the content, you know. Okay, I've got a twist of a question. I know Zephyr kind of already answered this a little bit in a way, but is there any game that you've played recently that you didn't really know much about to begin with, but you just sort of played it because like, hey, it's there, I'm gonna try this out, and it ended up being really good?
96.
Yes, funnily enough. Hang on a second, let me just remember what it was called.
You're kind of free.
Gas station simulator. Give me
what have
that
I missed?
broom.
This. You missed
Honestly,
you missed this.
that looked like a lot of fun.
So I'm not a person, like, the only reason I play GTA Online is because of the race mode, because I love racing in that game. I'm a big fan of racing games, but I don't really play that many because it's all very much just drive from point A
One is one of
B.
them.
Now, a game that got me was
That one and one other.
Need for Speed Heat. I played that recently, loved it a lot more than I expected to, because it's got a decent story behind it for a game where you sit in a car and drive around all the time.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
What
that's
about you,
mine.
Malachi?
No, I briefly touched on Gas Station Simulator, which is obviously a very wacky game if you've seen it.
I think I saw you playing it. Is that the one with the really wonky physics?
The broom. The broom. It is the broom. That is all you need to know.
I think I was there with
The
Rye
broom.
watching it or something at some point. I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, I've no doubt. If you see that broom, you know shit's about to get fucked up. Yeah, it's very wonky. It's very chaotic, and it's
Alright, yeah.
fun. Like it's stupid fun. I was surprised by it.
Yeah.
But there was one other game that I was playing. Where was it? Hang on. I'm literally going through my games list to try and find where
pass
it
the Lord.
is. I don't remember what it's called.
How are you doing past the Lord? You were all loved.
No.
Clearly not
Sorry.
in the first half of the alphabet.
No, I'm literally
Whilst you're doing that,
Tear down.
Barinade,
It's
can
called
you
tear
read out that message, please?
Sure.
I love it.
Do you know who Past the Lord is? Okay.
I don't have a clue who they are.
Okay, shout out to Past the Lord 17. I've never seen you before, but thank you for popping into the chat to paste this. For the people who feel useless, remember, popcorn is made in the same pan, the same heat, the same oil, but they don't pop at the same time. You will pop at your own time and let other people put you down. Remember, you are all amazing in your own way and you are all loved.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to Past the Lord
I respect
17.
Thank you, Pastor Lord. We appreciate you.
17, appreciate that. I just literally turned to look at Barry's chat, saw that, read it, and went, "Oh."
There's some nice little gems
Does Pastor Lord stream? Can we find out? Can we watch one?
I
of
have
his streams?
literally already clicked on Pastor Lord is live.
We are cyberstalking you right
Wait,
now.
live?
They're live, right? Can we get
Wait,
a
they're
feature?
live?
Can we get a feature?
Wait,
of
what's
Pastor
going on here?
Lord?
Like, I'm here running a bloody podcast, and
No.
he's live? They are live, sorry?
They're live. They're just chat. Can we like end this podcast by giving a feature?
Alright,
of the
everybody,
Pastor
thank
Lord?
you for watching today. Oh, sorry, no, you, okay.
I'm not saying right now. You were giving we were getting like answers, but I feel like that's a nice last
Okay.
question to wrap up on, like game recommendations.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was one last question which I wanted to do before obviously.
Wait, I haven't answered my game. Alright.
Yeah.
Bloodstained
Yeah.
Ritual of the Night. Really, really good. It's made me want. It's
He's
based.
watching us on stream.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! I passed the last.
Hello.
Shout him out in all the channels. Shout him out in all the channels. Hold on.
Get a shout out.
Pastor Lord, Pastor Lord, I've got you unmuted. How are you doing, brother? How are you
Yeah,
doing?
how you doing? I'm the guy in the bottom right, the Mr. War. Hello.
We will get
I'm
to
spotted.
that.
Malachi, the annoying
Malachi
Aussie.
Gaming is above me. Barinade is obviously the one in the chat you've got.
I don't know who
So
Barinade is,
I've
I
never
need to
heard
listen to
of
what you're
him.
saying. Hang on, let me unmute you. Okay, I can hear you.
This is bizarre.
He's not watching our stream, he says.
You're not live. You're never gonna not be doing anything. We
Can
know
we-
you are, man.
Can we get some shout outs? Has this guy got a Twitter?
You're ready to.
Hold on. Have you got a Twitter? I'm gonna
Right,
follow your
guys,
Twitter.
go give this person a follow.
Yes,
You're not
everybody.
doing it. Yeah.
Dude, I should do this. I should just go watch other people's stream. This is the ultimate. This is the ultimate
I have
content,
this
dude.
redemption in my chat.
Wait, guys. Let me just ask this question. I want to
Yes.
ask the question to him.
Oh dear.
Okay, we can listen to an intro.
God. Dude, I should do this. I should just go watch other people's stream. This is the ultimate. This is the ultimate content, dude. What the fuck? Listen, I'm gonna do my intro for you guys.
so
I haven't.
if I just,
do this right
if
for
I
the
just
followers,
do,
alright?
This.
See you guys. Please go check
Enjoy
out.
the pasta party.
Well, then what do you think I've done?
What the fuck
As
is
much
that?
as I can afford.
Oh my god, hell yeah.
Malachi with the
Hell
subscription.
yeah. Have you seen how quickly this guy can talk? Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Isn't it?
You're
Super
an
fast.
incredible person, Pastor Lord.
Hi, Frisbee.
We very
Hey,
much
thank you for
love
the
your
follow.
wise
Appreciate it.
words.
Lots of love, my friend. Hope you enjoy here. Also, you're Quinn Morgan. Hello.
So should we say for Pastor Lord's audience what we're doing, Mr. War?
Oh
No,
yeah,
fuck him. Alright.
so
No, I'm
we're
joking.
not- So basically, you guys have managed to join in and watching Barinade, who's part of the Mr. Wars Pancake podcast.
Pancake,
hosted
let's
by-
go.
Yeah, because I am celebrating 6 months of streaming today. So these guys are my closest friends.
Happy half birthday.
Happy half birthday, exactly.
Happy half birthday. Also, I'm now the #1 bit boy.
You are now the #1 bit boy.
Hey, I see you
And
cheering.
you know what?
So,
You
yeah,
know what?
I
No,
am,
I'm fine. Ruby,
That's
challenge me, dude.
Don't do it, Ruby.
Also,
No,
you're
no,
quit.
Ruby,
there.
please don't.
I dare you.
And you're already
But yeah, so I'm celebrating 6
for
months
you
of
should make
streaming
yourself
today,
chocolate and make a
and
para.
Barinade has joined us, which I'm really appreciative of because I love him.
All of you too. Mwah.
Well,
Love all of
well.
you very much. Appreciate being here on the first episode of the Pankake podcast.
Why are we doing this? Because we love you, Pastor.
Hell yeah. Positivity. Spread that, alright?
Also, you're using Opera GX, so I can respect that.
Is that the gaming browser? I forget which one that is. There's like one that's like for gamers. That is like Discord included. Is that one? Is that Opera GX? Or is that a different one? Dude, what am I doing here? All three of you are just watching another stream. We got a podcast,
right? Hang on, let me just do this. We
Yeah.
love the positivity.
We're already breaking a man.
Yeah. So he's basically going around to different streams
Ah,
and showing them some love and support.
the good.
That's
You know
really
what?
good. That's good.
Pasta, you're doing. Just
respect
really.
that.
He doesn't hear it, but Pasta is doing amazing work. We need to go support people like this because these are the kind of people
Exactly.
that make Twitch the
More of
platform
this
that we
content.
want to be on.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
It's people like Pasta that make it that I enjoy what I do and I want to do this for a living. So go support the guy, go follow him on Twitter, all that lovely stuff.
Go do it. I love pasta, alright? I have it with sauce, garlic sometimes, chili peppers, pretty good. I'm a fan of
You
pasta.
should do a
I
tier list
did.
on Pasta. You should do a tier list. That'd
I
be
did.
cool
I
for
did
you.
a pasta tier list
Yeah.
on stream. You know what I put at #1?
I know. I did the same one.
I put fettuccine at the top. I think.
Please don't start this battle. It's kind of,
I don't know why I put the top.
this ended on a good note, so it looks like he's gonna be finished. To be fair, his title is English English FIL, and then No Nut November Day 5.
Oh, okay.
Represent.
I am not doing No Nut November. I love nutting. Fuck not nutting. But there is something that I am giving up for November, which is
Clip.
I mean, in that outfit, I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not doing it in this outfit.
I
Alright?
bet you've nutted in that outfit before stream.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
not
yeah.
shaving your
I
legs.
didn't-
You were jacking
Well,
off.
it's, like you gotta test the waters, you know.
No, okay. When I was, don't quote me saying I love nutting. Stop. No. Can we not
Clip it. Clip it.
We got it twice.
Okay. What is
You
it?
nut
Okay.
twice already, Jesus.
What I have. Okay.
Barinade.
Okay. I have
Wow,
a.
what's the biggest derailment you've ever had?
This is this one. This is.
Throwback, callback.
Look, I'm a man of the people. I speak for the people. All right. I have a problem, not with nutting, with eating chips. All right. I eat potato chips way too much. I'm like addicted to it. So I'm trying to go a whole month without eating any of them, and it's really hard. I'm having cravings every day. Like I can't stop thinking about them. I have to avoid the aisles in the
Careful what you're
supermarket.
saying now.
Yeah.
He's back on our stream.
Is he back?
Yeah.
That's
You'll love to see it. You'll
Hey,
love
yeah.
to see it.
So to carry, but yeah, I get what you mean. Like, you know, you're not doing. What are you giving up for November then?
Are you asking me? I just said it.
Yeah, he's giving
I
up
missed
chips.
it. Sorry, giving up
He's giving up
chips.
potato
Chips.
chips.
What
It doesn't
chip?
even
Potato
matter.
chips.
Doesn't even matter.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I was a bit in my own.
I didn't know we were here. We're
Um,
we're a pasta watch party team right now. All right.
Okay, past the watch party team. Here we go.
Okay, lots of love.
So
pasta.
we're gonna wrap up the podcast section because we are moving over to a hardcore Minecraft world soon.
Which I am currently in charge of.
Yeah,
Why the fuck are you putting me in charge of shit? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Because you said you were going to pay for it.
Oh, that's true, yeah. I'm paying for it.
So beforehand,
go.
obviously, this has been 6 months. This is my 6 month celebration. Thank you so much, Malachi, Barinade, and Zephyr for being here and part of it. These guys are really influential to what I've been able to do. Obviously, I started off. I was watching people like I Am Aaron, Gusty, because Gusty's celebrating their 6 months soon. There's a lot of there's a lot of things here, and a lot of these people have all been influential for what I've been doing, and
New
I want to
keyboard?
thank
Why?
each and every single one of these people for that, because
Any keyword? What do you mean?
Yeah,
You want a suggestion?
I
can
wouldn't
give
be
you a
here without
suggestion.
you guys. And so thank you so much for the
That's
last 6
amazing.
months, and making these last 6 months the most enjoyable that I've had in a very long time. And helping me through all the bad stuff that's happened over the last 6 months as well.
Is this the part where we show him the hidden cameras? Is that what we rehearsed, man?
We love you,
Yeah, I think so. I think,
yeah. Thank you so much. And
Quick, do it now! Come on!
And anyone that is any of you that want to come back next week for episode 2, you are definitely invited to. And we'll try and get another person in here as well. We'll try and make it a 5-person cast if we can. So yeah, there's definitely going to be more of these. We'll think of more topics to discuss. We didn't get into what our plans are going forward. We'll discuss that next time. And there's some other stuff as well which we'll breach into. And then just keep an eye out. If there's anything you want to talk about, this is the perfect time to do it. We've been wanting to do this for months. I know myself and Zephyr have wanted to be doing this for months. I think Malachi as well. Originally it was Praxis.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Praxis unfortunately doesn't stream anymore. But yeah, so
we'll get him back. We'll get
fantastic.
him back eventually.
Yeah, we'll see him again soon.
Yeah, sure. So again, thank you for being here, and everyone that's watching this, whether you're watching this live or watching this on YouTube, please make sure you check out all these people. All of their links will be available in the video description. And to put it in the words of the fantastic CJ Zephyr, stay safe, much love, all that jazz.
You're still in this thing. You just
I was waiting for the end.
I was ready to get
He was waiting for the end.
I am ready to get an Uber.
I mean, that's the thing. So obviously, that's when I'm cutting off the recording part of the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we love you. We love you a lot, Mr. Raw. All right.
So
as
that's
much,
just so yeah.
I know you've been like you're appreciative of us being part of your lives, but in the same way, all right, that feeling is mutual. I loved having you in our communities and just being around and doing stuff with you for the last 6 months as well. You know, lots of love to you. Appreciate you. Yeah. And we'll be here for you, right? No matter what happens.
I want to thank you, Barinade, because it was because of watching your D&D streams that I went to WAR saying, if he's not ready yet, I can run. You were the inspiration for that, because it was me and Shadow. We were sat in a Discord call in the BTB server, like our private friend server, and we were just watching your stream, and it was just a lot of fun.
Oh, nice.
And so I was like, you know what, if Barinade's doing it, like, if I can get him in, that might open us up to a bigger D&D community. So thank you, Barinade, for that. Malachi, you're a great person to stream with regularly. And obviously we're talking about plans in the future. And I've already thanked you enough. You know what you've done for me. So,
I mean, yeah. Fail, no, not November.
And look, on that, like, obviously, you know, Zephyr has obviously gotten my love for D&D back, and I, as I've said, want to make that a massive part of my community if I can. But yeah, I've been streaming for coming up a year now.
Nice. And
if I genuinely believe that if it wasn't for Walden and the guidance he's given me, and he's given me quite a lot of guidance, and helped me fill out the areas that I needed to fill out, and like I'm much different to when I started and when I first met Walden. But you know, if it wasn't for Walden, I don't think I'd be where I'm at. And I think for sure there's still a lot more growth for me.
Richard by Tally,
you know,
1474, thank you for following, appreciate it.
With Zephyr and with Barinade and everybody.
What do you mean you found me?
Community, Rye, Nix.
Who are you?
You know,
do I know you? Who are you?
Sly. You know, Shadow.
Please don't tell me you're like a coworker or something. What you mean this happened?
We've got a lot of growing, and I have no doubt that that we will all make it to where we want to be at. And thank you everybody for being a part of that with me.
I have a viewer comment as well.
Say Ruby's name.
Yeah. Sorry.
Meta Forever says, I may not be able to catch the streams from you other guys as often, and when I do, I may not chat as much, but I appreciate all the content you guys all put out.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we do it all for you guys, really. So.
Exactly.
I also got a really scary comment just now.
Found you. I found you. Oh yeah, that.
I was terrified. Okay, it's from Pasta's stream. I was thinking to myself like, please don't be a coworker.
Wait, I know where you work as well.
That's honestly, I understand that fear. I understand that fear.
I know I've told one the story, Barinade Malachi, but I told you the story about how someone in my one person in my neighborhood watches my streams. And I don't know.
Oh, but you don't know
I
this.
don't
Yeah.
It's on stream, yeah.
I don't know who you are. Thank you. But also,
Who the fuck are you?
But they're not going to be watching my stream.
Who are you?
Tell us who you are!
Oh, goddamn.
I love each and every single one of you.
Why do you have to say that into my ear like that?
Because I just saw your body tingle.
Don't make my body tingle on stream, alright? Off stream. No, but no, seriously.
You had it here first.
What? Okay, at least this isn't being archived on YouTube. No, but you guys are great. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, guys, seriously, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this bit. Hopefully, I'll see you guys at some point over the next 20 hours and 55 minutes.
You may. I'll be going on a road trip. Also, okay, for my stream, for anybody who's watching my stream, okay, can you guys all shout yourselves out very quickly for where people can follow you? If anybody's watching my stream who wants to follow any of you, where can people find you? Zephyr, you go first.
So you
Hell.
Is Zephyr here? Or is Zephyr...
Zephyr doesn't like shouting himself out, so I'm just going to do it for you. So you can find Zephyr at CJ_Zephyr. His link is in Barinade chat. You can find Malachi Gaming at Malachi__gaming, and you can find me. You know who I am.
Sorry.
I'm not shouting myself out. I'm not that egotistical.
I think Zephyr froze.
Malachi, yeah.
I tried, but
Has he frozen or is he just refusing?
He's not that still. His like camera isn't artifacting or anything either.
Okay.
We have to thaw him out.
Oh no! No, he's stuck in carbonite.
that could be his internet as well.
Oh,
that could be his internet as well. But yeah, so yeah, and obviously everyone in my chat, you know who these guys are, and if you don't already, let me just give those guys a shout out.
I killed Barinade. I'm taking over his stream now, right? Even if you want to watch me stream in a maid outfit for 1 week.
Yep, he's disconnected, so yeah, he's having some internet issues.
Oh, yeah.
Which has now made Barinade's stream look pretty weird.
Dude, is Malachi like that actor who acts Iron Man or whatever? Yep, you got that right, Panda. You got that exactly right. Yeah. That's true.
Oh yeah, God, yeah, I've got that going on.
You kind of do. Oh yeah,
I do.
You kind of do.
I do. Because I mean that is what I am growing that out. That is what will be growing out. But I didn't realize I've also got the hair as well.
Yeah.
Until tonight, I only knew
I am
Barinade
not Robert
was,
Downey Jr.
But I've since followed both Malachi and Zephyr.
I am the Australian reject Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Sandwalker, that you've come in and you've obviously given these guys a follow as well, because they do some amazing stuff, so, yeah.
Yeah. Glad to see people from the community spreading out. And and disseminating throughout the other streams, you know? I love to send love your guys' way.
and likewise as well. So, yeah. I'm going to jump... Well, Malachi and I are staying in a call. Barinade, what are your plans for the rest of your stream?
I don't know. I have got, like, 40 minutes till I need to make a drive to go pick up Ray and then pick up more people, and we're going to be driving out for the whole day. We're going to be taking a road trip for the day, so I'm going to be up for
a 16 star.
I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Do a 16 star.
I might do a 16 star. I was thinking of also painting my nails, so I might do that. Haven't figured it out yet. I'm going to decide that in a moment. I'm not a man who plans, alright? People are asking me...
Barinade, come over. I'll paint your nails.
Do you have nail paint?
You can make a 4-hour drive, right?
A 4-hour drive?
Actually, probably, yeah.
I
think I do, actually.
I'll show you some of my favorite colors. Ready? This is the one I'm gonna do. I've got this nice red. Alright? Very lovely. I love this one. I've got one that I thought was cool, and it didn't quite turn out how I thought it would. This is like a sparkly silver one. I thought it was gonna be like, ooh, Star Trek kind of 1960s or whatever, but it just made me look like I was wearing aluminum foil on my hands. So
alfoil, yeah.
Yeah. Then, got this nice sort of fluorescent, kind of weird color shifting one. This is one of my favorite colors. This glittery sort of teal. Beautiful. I've got a not so glittery, slightly lighter one. And then I've got like this dark purple sort of navy blue color. Very, very nice as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks more of a deep blue, yeah.
Yeah. I think that my camera has a bit of like color shifting filters a bit to make me look more alive, you know, rather than...
Yeah,
I've noticed the old like when I've got the white light on me, all of my clothing looks really blue.
Yeah.
But everything else looks really yellow. Like if I've got the colors right, everything else looks really yellow. So I either look decent, but I'm wearing the wrong colors, or I've got the right colors and I look really yellowed out. I'm not sure how it is at the moment.
You look pretty good. You look great.
I feel like I'm
Dashing. I look at this. I don't know what it is, but like the shirt and the glasses, they're doing something for me. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there.
Except my glasses are currently smudged to the shithouse and I can't see through them. And I cannot be fucked getting up.
A clear coat. What's a clear coat?
Ruby, do you want to join the VC whenever you're ready?
I'll wait for Ruby. I want to say hi to Ruby.
Barinade, I think they're talking about like the clear coat nail polish.
Oh, I don't have a clear coat. I have these two things. I have a separate base coat, top coat that I use to keep it lasting longer.
Hello there.
Hello.
Ruby, I love you and your voice, Ruby.
Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Sup.
I've been randomly rolling my die every now and then and just getting a feel for how good my rolls are. They've been rolling pretty okay.
Nice.
Wait, I'm missing one.
Malachi Drip just needs a chain. He's literally Tony Stark. Hey, there you go. See, you got confirmation from the chat.
God. No, Tony Stank is more accurate. Yeah.
I was worried you didn't have
Tony
anything to play. No, okay. I put.
Hey Malachi, if I hadn't already failed non-November, I would have now.
Hello, my man.
You're all blind. You all need glasses. Every single
I'm wearing my glasses.
I'm wearing my glasses.
I got good vision, and I can still tell you look great. Also, Ruby, when are we doing our race?
Yeah.
What's the plan?
And I need alcohol.
Oh fucking no.
Right.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi, Rai.
Hello. Oh my god, you are all so gorgeous. Can I just say that?
Love you heaps, Ray.
So are you.
And on that note, I'm leaving.
No. What?
He's sexy as fuck.
Y'all dressed up, cleaned up so nice. I cannot even.
Oh, okay, wait.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't even plan to wear this.
Yeah,
Ruby.
but you look fat. It's like you all scheduled it. Y'all are
Yeah,
so
Barinade.
fucking fancy, and Barinade, you're so cute. And
Thank you.
also
I know,
gorgeous.
right? I kept saying to him, my erection's tripled in size.
Stop! Don't say that. You're making me
Only
nervous.
tripled.
Hi, Ray.
And now it's quadrupled. I'm joking.
I tried to
I'm
dress up,
weird.
and then I remembered I have to wear these, so I have to leave that. Hi.
Ruby, when are we doing our race? Okay. When do you? Is there any day that you get home earlier from work?
He's off all next week.
Yeah.
All next week.
Yeah.
Alright.
And he gets off at least 3 times a day.
I mean, who doesn't?
Sorry.
though?
Look,
I feel that. 3 times a day is actually quite a bit.
my average is 2.
Per day? I was like 3 per week. Holy moly.
I'm
You
lonely.
get 2 per day, being 3 per week.
No, I go about 3 per week. 2 or 3 per week.
Oh, okay.
I can't do that many per day. Holy moly.
Yeah, but Barinade, I'm very, very lonely.
Welcome back, Nathan Luke.
I mean, I have a life-size plush pillow. How do you think I feel?
Oh, yeah, go on, incriminate yourself. Go on.
I'm not never mind. I'm not going to be on this tangent. Okay, I'm not going to be on this tangent.
Yeah, well, there you go, Barinade. You don't wank, 3 times a day, but you do something else.
Yeah. What do I do?
We can't talk about it.
We've already gone there.
Okay.
It's too late.
Minecraft.
All right, I just wanted to wait here to say hi to you guys. But okay, I'm gonna let you guys play some hardcore Minecraft and stuff. Lots of love.
And bye-bye.
Love you, Barinade.
Love
Yeah,
you.
love you all heaps. Bye bye. All right, well, let me put back to here. All right, okay, let me get this cursed text off the screen. Do not say clock. Stream has definitely taken a left turn. I don't know. When you see it? What do you mean when you see it? What am I seeing? Can I click change robe? Oh yeah, I think it has a cooldown. It has a cooldown, I think. Or no, it. No clapping. Don't worry, I'll do a twirl. We said all that jazz after you left. Oh, lots of fluff for him. Okay, how's everybody doing? How did everybody feel about the stream? I've never been on a podcast before. What do you guys think? Yeah, what were your thoughts? See patterns and designs for your nails, but without a base and top coat. Okay, yeah, no. I was gonna say, okay, the way I do my nails, for anybody who wants to know, I'm probably not gonna do them on. I have time. I'm not gonna do them on stream probably, but okay. I have. Which one's the top coat? Super base. Okay. Base coat first. Okay, this is clear. You can see through it. Okay, I use that. I put that on my nail. One coat of that. Wait for it to dry a little bit. 2 or 3 coats. I usually do 2. 2 of the color. Then, top coat, right? Because I work a job where I have to use my hands and I wear gloves. And it'll wear off if I don't have those top coats. The stream was fun, it was super fun to watch. Oh, I'm glad you had fun. The stream was very delayed. It happens, it is, yeah. Good stream, was nice. I'm glad you guys had a good time. It was fun to do this sort of thing. It's nice to kind of just vibe and do a bit of a different kind of stream. It's good.